Fuck you, nigga. I'm 41.
Welcome to the Podnas.
Give me no extra year.
And Tiz.
What up, guys? Welcome to the Podnas, the show with three connected by brotherhood, having weekly conversations that you can join in on. And as always, I am 1/3 of the Podnas. It's your boy Tiz, and I'm along with
the other third of the Podnas, the Padawan version 4.0. I still ain't figure out any fancy shit to say about myself in between time, but I am along with dramatic pause.
Well, since we got another person in here, I'm on my shit this week. It's facing the place. I'm back in the motherfucking race. I got a can of Mason. I'm spraying somebody this week. What's happening? Who we got?
Yo. This is a special edition of the Podnas. We got one of the OG members of the Buddies. If y'all don't know, the Podnas spring from our original group of friends. We've all been friends over 20 years now, and we got another one. Y'all done already met Jules in a previous episode, but you about to meet the guy who was part of the Fearsome Foursome before there was anybody else. It was us four kicking it. And this is our brother from another mother, the official fourth buddy, the closet killer, the man who was known for running people out of their shoes.
AKA, don't you run from me. Don't you run from me.
And one of the most multi-talented niggas that I've ever met in my damn life. It's our bro Chewy in the building.
Okay.
Ooh, my boy.
I like that shit, man. I like that shit right there.
My bro.
I like that shit right there.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, family?
Hey, shit, man.
What's happening?
The first time we done had all four of us in the same place at the same time in any form or fashion in probably over at least 16 years. Been probably since 2008 the last time all four of us was in the exact same place at the same time. There's been two of us or three of us, but it's not been all of us together as one like this. So y'all in for some legendary shit. We got a docket for tonight, but it may end up going off the rails just because when you get the four of us together, you're never really sure where it's gonna go. And Stuart loves to bring up shit from the past. We don't always want to be brought up, but
the bubble come from.
It is what it is. Yeah, man, how y'all doing, man? How you doing this week?
I'm high, so I'm good.
I'm a little tipsy and high.
I've been drinking,
and I'm high.
You heard me? Your boy is if you can see the sweat on my forehead, your boy is about 3 cups in, and yeah.
Celebrations, Charlie Murphy.
It is a celebration.
I don't see the problem with being how we feel right now.
You feel?
No.
It was up for me to be drunk. I feel like this is the perfect night for it to happen.
Yeah, that's what happened. Shit.
How you been, Chewy? It's been a long time. We were supposed to have him on the episode.
Been a great little while, brother.
He's old, so he fell asleep. You know how them naps be. If you 35 and up, you already know.
Oh my God, yeah.
A nap will take the whole day.
The whole day, my bro.
Oh yeah. But how you doing, man? How's life?
Hey man, still living,
Hey man.
Less beating up on people, kids, and now beating up on my kids and shit. So life after an athlete, nigga, is hard. You hear me? So, but nah, man, shit great, man. Loving to being a husband, man. Loving being a dad, a father. Just enjoying life now, bro. Relaxing more.
Amen.
I don't know the last time I played a sport, but other than that, like I say, I'm watching my boys and they doing all right. So it's great for me, brother. How y'all, man?
Man, life after divorce, being a dad, rebuilding after retiring from teaching. So it's life, man. Just loving life. To be honest, man, I'm blessed and highly favored, so I ain't really got nothing bad to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love it. 2024 is looking all right so far, so we got to make it happen. You know what I mean? I'm right now. I'm just in awe that I'm looking at the screen and I got all three of my brothers in the same spot. Like this shit is amazing to me. I'm truly thankful. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get sentimental or no shit, but like this some dope shit. Cause I remember having
conversations. It's feeling like.
Go ahead.
It's feeling like 05, 06, brother.
Yeah, man. Like I remember being,
damn right.
Not being sure if we was gonna make it to 25 and having them conversations and you know what I'm saying, in the living room back in Hampton, in the living room in Norfolk, you know what I mean, back at the dorms at ODU, like I remember them convos. So that let's just see us all as like, we done made it, man. Like we actually living the lives that we dreamed that we was gonna get to, you know what I'm saying, and to see it come to fruition, man. I just truly
make it the year before, my boy.
Bruh, like in literally in 2 years, everybody in our immediate friend group would be 40 or better, because Face is super.
Face, I'm about to say Face and Padawan, old ass.
This is definitely 20th year being 20.
I literally remember conversations of like, man, I don't know if we're gonna hit 25, man. Like we was on some reckless shit for a long time, so like. There's some real dope shit to see everybody on their grown man shit, everybody in careers and everybody, what I'm saying, either family men or fathers or just handling business on some real OG shit. Like this is some dope shit to see, man. Like,
might not make it to 25, but Face will make it before all of us.
Fuck all y'all niggas. Fuck that shit, huh?
Sit back here and I had to say.
Damn.
I had to say. The voice that said say it.
Fucked up.
So yeah, before we get into the docket, man, if y'all haven't had a chance to go back to one of the story times with Ted, if y'all remember the Foos story, the story about Foos and the fight in the wrestling team. This is the brother Chewy that was with me that kind of everything off. He was the one that said it caused the whole brouhaha. So for that story, this is the other person that was there, so that you understand the context of how long we've been kicking it. Like this goes back to what 0203 when me and Jiggly visited.
Oh,
0203, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like got solidified. I think in 0304, but like this is like if y'all ever wanted like can people be friends for a long time, like we live in proof. The people on this screen right now live in proof. Like this is 20-some years of just brotherhood through up downs. Everybody done been at their lows, everybody done been at their highs, and we still kicking. Like this is some dope shit. So to the people out there, if you got good friends, hold on to them, because it's worth it, man. Like you can't beat somebody that's really gonna be there for the long haul. So, yeah, man. Dope ass night.
And the memories are awesome and funny.
They are.
Goddamn right.
And action.
I never forget that taser night. I never forget that shit.
A nigga, I that shit, yo.
I told my wife about that shit the other night. Goddamn.
I was just talking about that shit the other day. Like this nigga tried to chase me with a fucking taser. I'm like, nigga, it's electricity.
Nigga, I was telling
bullet, nigga, it's electricity.
I was telling facts about that motherfucking. I was telling facts about that goddamn that dance battle Tears was having with herself.
So in my mind,
that's what I be talking about.
It was a full talking moment. Like I thought it was all the popping. I had to defend my. Damn it! The hell with y'all.
I'm
I
so glad.
blame, you know who I blame though? And I had to say sorry to everybody the next morning, but I had to blame Faith because he the one that kept pumping me full of them shots of 151 as soon as we walked in the damn bar. Come on, get this shot of 151. Come on,
It's your birthday. It's your birthday, bro. You my little brother.
birthday.
But anybody can tell you, we walk in that club, I'm gonna get shots at 151. That's why I get patted all the time.
I know my guy is around my head and I'm crumping, and a nigga don't even realize he in a battle yet, but he's in one because I'm full fledged. I'm hitting all the dope moves.
This nigga looking at him like.
All right, we ain't got to get all into this. Just know this.
This nigga fell down the stairs.
You end up throwing me out there stuff like in my fingers. And next thing I'm in the country Pat arguing with him because I don't want to go get no weed. I want to go home. But fuck.
Nigga, we were trying to get you high, nigga. Shit.
Did I look like I was in a position to receive anything else?
You need like to weigh you down. Shit. We just were trying to.
He tried to fight us.
You
the greatest.
First of all, why didn't you want to smoke? Our night ended so fast. We got to the club. You started drinking. You had a dance battle. We got kicked out. I think you even broke that nigga mirror when we got in the car.
It was
he broke the mirror.
Why wouldn't you want to get high? Like,
He broke the mirror. He put 3 dents in the ceiling.
You was on one that night, so
I didn't even get
all types of shit. That nigga all types of shit that night. Look at the stupid ass face too.
By the time I got to the club, I was like, "What happened?"
Yo, this nigga didn't even make it to the club.
He is motherfucking happy. That's what happened. See this, bro.
All right, man. Fuck this. All right,
see this, bro, nigga.
And nigga, that night we said before we left the house, we ain't getting kicked out. We ain't getting kicked out nowhere.
I would say I'm probably the initiator of most of the situations that got us kicked out of places. Okay, I was a violent young man. I was a troubled youth. A lot of anger in my heart. You know what I'm saying? And that I was unleashing it on no reason. I'm sorry. Now, damn it.
I think you got kicked out so motherfucking fast. People were still in the line.
That we was in line with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that shit was like in and out. Nigga. That shit was bad.
Stepped in, was like, hey, all right.
Nigga. Hold on. First of all, we forgot one major thing though. We forgot one major thing. This was supposed to be our introduction into our grown and sexy shit. Remember everybody when they got suits and ties and all that shit? Y'all remember that? Remember that shit? Remember that shit? This was supposed to be our introduction to some grown and sexy shit.
Nigga did have on gators that night.
Last month. Hey, listen, bro. And so I think
hey, we was the flyest niggas
after that. Motherfucker ain't dressed up. We had our Tims. Every weekend after that, motherfuckers had on Tims, Nikes, Jordans, motherfucking Pumas. We had on everything but motherfucking suits. You hear me? You talk about that shit was quick. Talk about changing your life.
Go take a little longer, fellas. Go take a little longer.
Okay, look, man. Look, God won't do with me yet, okay?
Oh, shit.
I take full responsibility. If it was a party we got kicked out of, I would say 90% of them, it was me. The other 10% would be Chewy. But 90% of them, it was definitely me. I had a thing for knives. I like fighting. I was usually the first person to do something crazy that was gonna get us kicked the fuck out. So yeah, I take that. I take that on.
Yep, that was you. That was you.
I know myself. I'm honest enough about myself to admit that hey, I was a problem.
I mean, you
was a getaway.
Take knives around like you were Wolverine, like 1 and 2 in each hand type shit, showing through your knuckles. You was off
like
the
a
chain,
Assassin's
nigga.
Creed. Yeah.
This motherfucker was off the chain, bro.
Yep. Yes,
know.
indeed.
I know one thing. Somebody used to always be telling me to set it though. So I wouldn't have maybe
Fuck
if I walked around at peer pressure.
You already know it's them.
Maybe if I had somebody in my ear like, no, don't do it. Maybe I
That was
wouldn't.
me.
But
That
yeah,
was me.
you your ass was sleep in the car, fucking some broad half the time, and then you pop up with the shit that jumped off.
Then sometimes it would be me, but I don't think you hear me.
If you were in the middle of some shit, that nigga be like said it, then here you come out the cut. Ready to jump
Get off
in.
my bro. Get off my bro.
The shit
Get off my bro.
it won't work.
Get
It was
off my
always
bro.
him. Ted, go ahead, set it. Set it, Ted. Set it. Set it, Ted.
Get off my goddamn brother. Don't touch him. Shit.
Okay.
Don't touch him.
We got
Don't
you here.
touch my brother.
Since we got you here, Chewy, they've heard every version of this story except for yours. The night when we went out and we was at the we went to that wrestling team party and we fought all the white boys. Tell your version of it, including Foos. We call them Foos because we don't want to incriminate the people that ain't here. But you know who Foos is.
So, I definitely know who came back with all them grass stains in his hair and on his shoulders. But as I recall, I don't know if it was a girl that you knew or it was a girl he knew, but I just remember we were looking for a party.
It was a girl I did not know. I just was
okay, so we were just being nice. I guess we were the only niggas that she seen in the last 5-10 minutes or whatever.
Dude,
so she was like, "Hey, y'all come here and drink." Too like, "What the liquor at?" And she was like, "Yeah, y'all come here and drink." So we get through the party, but as soon as we get through the door, it's just white. Like, get to the back, and it's like she walked us to the table. But by the time we turn around with our cups in our hand, it's like everybody that was in the party is like fucking looking at us, like they outside, like, you know what I'm saying? So the white dude was like, y'all can't be in here. So, how the fuck he said it?
Let me pause.
Ted looked at me. I looked at Ted like,
hold on, let me pause you right here. Mind you,
right.
When we said us,
so we walking out, and
it's me. Hold on, Chewy. It's me, Chewy, and Fusan. Face is in the car, sleep.
Drunk as shit.
There's this gate. There's this gate that leads right to this parking lot. Face is in the car right by the gate. In the car, knocked out. Go ahead, Chewy.
I drove though.
You got it there. So we get to the like the opening of the gate. We walking out. We ain't, we cool. But by the time we turn around, it's like everybody that was in the party that walked to the door or walked to the liquor we was at the gate now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this shit weird. Like, we leaving. We ain't causing no problem. I just remember Ted looked at me and was like, "How you feel, bro?" I said, "Shit."
That question. Why did I ask that fucking question? Right.
I said, "Shit, y'all know me." Said it. Shit, man. I just remember that shit felt like the Matrix when Neo was fighting all them motherfuckers, man. Every time Tiz hit one, I get out the way, and he'll get out the way. I hit one, and another one to come out, and Tiz hit one, and another one to come out, and I catch one, and then like 30 seconds later, all you hear is Face coming out. Get out, my brother! Get out, my brother! So now we looking at Face like, oh shit, where he come from? And now it's like a mob of black people that weren't there in the beginning, right? So all right, now we into the groove, and shit, we handling our business, and so we say, me personally, I see this pile. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? I see Tiz, I see Face, and shit, the ones I'm with, we rocking. So, you know what I'm saying? We good. Man, we get back to motherfucking Power Town, boy. We get the fucking Power Town, bro. And everybody, we talking about the shit like, yeah, boy, we just beat the fuck out these crackers over there. Excuse me, But this how we was back there, Shit, fuck it. Well, we just beat the fuck out these crackers back here. You hear me? Man, why the fuck do Son walk with his shit all like this? This nigga hair all over here and nigga got that. I don't give a damn about no copyright. Y'all know how I'm rocking. Grass stains all on his collar, his shit hanging off on. Like, where the fuck was you at, bro? what the fuck was you doing? he over there wrestling and shit.
Oh shit.
Home pocket inside out, motherfucker pants hanging off him, and motherfucker got grass stains and shit all in his hair. And matter of fact, he lost his chain. Didn't he? He lost his chain that night. Y'all remember that shit?
Chain and his bracelet. He had to go find that shit.
This how you know you got beat the fuck up. Like this how you know motherfuckers did everything they wanted to do to you out there. Like all your shit hanging off you, bro. And you ain't even realize. First of all, you didn't fix yourself till you got back to the spot. so that means you walked all that way with your shit hanging all off you and shit, right? Right. So all right, that's number one. Then number two is, like I said, like when you start fixing yourself, shit, you don't realize your motherfucking chain missing. Till you got there and get over there where you got comfortable with. Yeah, they beat the fuck out that boy over there. I still tell my wife about that shit. It's so much shit I tell my like, and it's like between y'all and my cousin and the niggas, you understand, that I was rocking with, like, I literally got somebody there that can confirm every story of some crazy shit we done did, bro. Literally.
The funniest part of that story to me is always been he was with us. He rode in the car with us. We rode back to Power Tank and did not realize we did not. Like we back at the spot drinking, smoking, talking about what we done did, and nobody realized that we didn't have one of the niggas we came with. Oh, man.
Talking about no man left behind.
Yo,
oh my God.
Swear to God, I did not realize we didn't have him with us. I could have sworn he was.
And not till I saw him. Not till I saw him, I realized he was with us. Because remember, I was drunk as shit that night.
That boy
This nigga was with us the whole night up until that point, and nobody realized.
And nigga, whoever was with us before I went to sleep, I don't know. But when I woke up, I knew the two niggas I was with.
Remember Lloyd looking up from the bench like, is that Deuce?
Yeah, that was him.
Oh, shit, that is.
Foos.
Oh, shit.
That is foos.
That boy right there.
So when I told y'all that he was over there getting slammed on his neck, y'all understand that I'm not bullshit. You see, you heard it from Chewy mouth, man. The boy had grass stains on his shoulders. You don't get them unless you've been upside down.
Definitely.
That nigga took that nigga and was scrub the ground.
Or how the young kids say mop. They were mopping his ass over there.
Woo. Woo. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that people understood that story time with Tiz was like them story times that we've done on our channel have not been bullshit. Like these are real ass situations that have happened. Like whether we wanted them to or not, this is what happened.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man.
I was at work and I think I actually came through later. I don't know, but I think it was one night that I actually saw that when he actually came through with
came through the next day.
What next day?
We told you the morning because that night I remember it was me, Faith, Chewy. Tucson obviously came through the bushes. It was Lloyd, Scutters, Chop. It was all of the butter.
Came
I
through.
remember it was all of the ethies. I remember we took them upstairs to get them
The
drunk.
ETs.
It was and it might have I think it might have been Melissa and the girl she used to hang with that had the glasses. And maybe and I think it was what was them girls? Tiffany and Megan and that little Faith and that little clique.
The sisters or some
And
shit.
Ashley.
They used to do hair.
Part like butt cheeks.
Yeah. No, this was before Part like Butt Cheeks came after we met Jewel.
No.
This was before that. This was
With the Power Tan crew.
this was my first year at ODU. So it was Faith
My
in
third
that.
year.
It was the EP, like Kim Yah and her little crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of them. It was all of the little Ethiopians. It was Faith in that crew. Melissa.
Green Man Mill.
It was me, Face, Chewy, Stutters, Lloyd, Chop, and Deuce came, at a later time.
Through the bushes.
Yeah, this was when everybody was still drinking them half gallons of aristocrat vodka, that rock gut, getting fucked up for no. Like I blame that.
$11 for a half gallon.
You could drink that bottle, drinking that bottle. $7, nigga. That shit was free. Take me to the liquor store. You already know what I was on.
Nigga, do y'all realize we tried everything back then, nigga? We had Boone's Farm, Aristocrat, Steel Reserve,
Everclear,
Moonshine,
Vladimir, with the little Russian man on the front.
Nikolai.
Nigga, we tried
Bowman.
everything. Kahlua, we had everything back then, nigga.
I used to go to the liquor store. Ooh, the bottle look good. I'm gonna get this.
Motherfucker was trying
What it
shit.
was.
Yo, private stock. I missed that.
Motherfucker was trying shit.
Southern Comfort.
Oh, the Southern Comfort.
151.
Wild turkey.
151.
You know what?
151.
Getting kicked out when we was dressed up on
Boone's Farm.
I believe 151 was the culprit the night when I got kicked out of the
151 is always the corporate.
the little fake club on campus, Club Blue. When the knives came out,
No,
151 was the corporate.
no, nigga, no.
This is gonna be
That was a goddamn mixture of shit. Number one. Number two, that's just who the fuck you was. We are going, man.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was just you.
That was a valid question. All right.
That was just you.
Yeah, that's my little brother. Yeah.
Hey, look, man, I have not fought anybody since 2009. I think I'm doing pretty damn good. I did almost fight a Russian man at work, but it didn't happen. So I'm still doing well.
A Russian man?
And they fuck with Vlad, man.
Yeah, because he came up and he tried to get so I work in the guard shack on the dockyard. And I got all of the systems in front of me. I can tell you where any truck or trailer has been in the past 36 to 48 hours immediately. And he wanted to get smart with me. But I was sitting down in the guard shack, so he looking at me through this little window. So I think he thought that I was a different nigga. So I had to get up come out the door and come outside to where he was at to remind him that this is just my job. This ain't who I am. He got it together. He got it together. He was like, oh, okay. I called. I understand. I called. Yeah. But Vladimir was about to get sent back to Putin, boy. It was about to get real. I was about to put potato vodka out that nigga. It was about to get real. But yeah, I've been doing good, man. I haven't been violent since 2009, so I'm proud of myself. And I hate the fact that you would want to bring all this shit up. in front of our viewing public.
Hey, it is what it is.
What up,
Let
last
the
call,
truth set you free.
my boy?
Let the truth set you free.
Yeah, yeah. Well, shit. Now that we done got all the fuckery out the way, and now that y'all better know our brother Chewy, he'll be back in a second. You know, we family men and shit, so you know, kids, you know. But we're gonna get off into our first topic of the night, man. So I was watching. I be cruising YouTube and Twitter all the time, just watching shit, and I came across an episode of the Corey Holcomb show. You know, 5150 people. And he was talking about his daughter. He was saying that his daughter kind of disrespected him in public, so he was kind of disowning her. Now I ain't gonna speak on him and the daughter because I don't know enough. I don't have enough details to really make an opinion on their situation. But I wanted to know, as fathers, or just as people who may be fathers, or you know, even as sons, as children of somebody, if you have, could you cut your child off if they're a teenager or an adult and they disrespect you to a certain level? And like, if so, what would be the cutoff switch?
Well, let me go ahead and chime in on this one. I damn sure the fuck would. I'm gonna treat you. I've always believed in parenting like the real world. You feel me? Like I believe in before you experience out there, I'm the full example of what you're gonna get. So you disrespect me, I'm gonna treat you like the real world will and disrespect you, and I'm gonna strip you of everything that you were, everything that you had, because everything you had was mine. Now get your own. Experience that real life and get that reality check. hmm Um, disrespect. Period. At a certain age, it should be understood and known what the lines is between parent and child. With your younger kids, that line is blurred because you play so much physically with your kids and you play with them, and the lines get blurred. But as that child gets older, that playtime stops so much between parent and child. That child needs to know that defined line between parent, friend, child, and where their respect needs to lie. When that respect is damaged, tarnished, or that line is stepped on, that's when you as a parent have to get that definite reality check. If not, that disrespect is going to get greater, more harsh, and as you get older, you looking at elder abuse or whatever. That's how I feel. Stomp that shit out in the beginning. Just like with bad behavior, you stomp that shit out in the beginning. You do the same thing. I'm not one of these new fandangle parents who believe in nothing but talk. What the fuck?
Yeah, y'all niggas ain't never had to change your outfit on the show. Yeah. Nah, man, the white
the
debate
ratings
tonight, man.
through the roof. The views
Yo,
is going up.
that's the clip right there. This nigga face in the middle of some serious ass.
Oh, it's gonna be fun chopping this shit up.
That's but go ahead, face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna present.
Oh. But like I said, man, just like you stomp bad behavior out at the beginning, stomp that shit out at that level too. Have experience with teenagers want to rebel. Teenagers don't want to talk to parents. Cool. I'm gonna give you a short, real short line. I'm gonna let you know where the disrespect lies and where the line lies. And when you tap on that line, I have to treat you like anybody else I would treat that disrespects me in public or disrespects me, period, in my life. If not, you won't have that reality check. I feel like once again, it's my duty as a parent to give my kids their first real true reality checks before outside does. Because if outside is the first place you get a real reality check for, that's gonna shock, stun, and traumatize the fuck out you. I'd rather me be the person and me be the experience that trains you for shit. I know not to do this outside because shit, I did this in the house of pops. I see how that lined up. Let me line my maneuvers. Let me alter my steps a little bit better. Let me change these words a little bit better because shit, if I say this like this may end up like this. I feel like how I parent in those ways it alters the disrespect and also makes my kids think more on their toes in situations. Because sure, kids got smart mouths, but I guarantee you, think twice once you done slap them in his mouth once. But that's right, that happened. When you get outside, let me think about this shit. Am I willing to take this consequence, or am I? Let me just keep that. That's just me. Um, Corey Holcomb, he got more money than me. So as far as cutting your kids off on that level, that's something different. You want to cut them off totally financially because once again, I don't know. We don't know the background of the situation or the bond between them. To each his own. But I, as a parent, when it comes to disrespect, nah, I don't. I can't tolerate it. I cut your ass the fuck off because, like my mother always told me and her mother before her, you'll need me before I need you.
Pat, I'm gonna come to you last just because you are the one that doesn't have kids, but I feel like your perspective may be, different or unique just because of that. Chewy, the question was, so I was watching Corey Holcomb, and he had this incident where his daughter disrespected him in public. His daughter's a grown woman, if I'm not mistaken, or an older teenager at least. And the question was, could you cut your child off because they disrespected you publicly? And if so, what would be the cutoff point for you?
Financially, yeah. I'll always be your daddy. I'll always love you. I'll always give you advice. I'll always be there for you. Motherfucker better not put their hands on you. None of that. But financially, yeah, you got it. You know the world. You know what's going on. And I ain't gonna say that's gonna be forever though. It might be like a lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? Some kids listen to their friends or the world more than they listen to the advice that you give them. So you might have to go out there and goddamn walk on water real quick, or show me you can. And like I said, I'll always be there. But financially, nah, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that.
Well, so for me, I think I'm torn, right? So y'all know my personality. Like I'm probably the king of ghosting and cutting off and just kind of like, well, that's it. I move on. But I'm in a unique situation. So I look at it from two angles, right? I look at it from like if my son grew up and he disrespected me publicly, how would I do? And I feel like I wouldn't cut him off, but I don't know. I honestly just don't know because I don't know like at what level the disrespect will get to a point where like I can't support you on it. But as the child of somebody, right? I look at there's been times when I've disrespected my mother. I'm not proud of it at all. This is past as I was kind of coming up, but like I know for a fact I've said or done things that were disrespectful to my mom. And if she hadn't have stuck with me through that and still been there for me, I don't know where I'd be today. I think either option ain't really bad. I think it just depends on the kid and what the level of disrespect was. But I also think that like for certain people, like if you got a child that was like me, that's like, yeah, I'm wilding, but I'm wilding for a reason. Like there's some deeper issues going on there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know that I could cut my little man off just because he might have been through some shit that like I might not understand as a parent. Because as a child, sometimes we do things outside of our parents' eye that shape us, that mold us, that change us. But they don't realize that. They just see the after effects of it. They get the brunt of it. They see the changed version of you, but they don't see what you went through outside of their guardianship that caused you to get to that point. You know what I mean? I know it's a lot of shit that I've done that my mom to this day doesn't know, you know what I'm saying, firsthand. She's still learning stuff about me to this day. Just because I did so much shit outside of her watchful eye. So like I think it's tough, man. I would like to say I wouldn't, but I also know I'm a spiteful nigga and I'm petty and I there's a level to what you can say to me or do to me that I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna still rock with that. Like I've cut off family members just because they said the wrong thing. They're like, you know what? I don't need to deal with this shit. I'll be all right. Like I'm gonna be okay. I'm so I don't know, but I definitely think that there's something to be said to fighting for your kids in those moments. Because a lot of times when kids are disrespectful to their parents, it's something behind that. Because the average kid, like if I was to look at the children that we have as a group right now, right, our kids, for them to be disrespectful to one of us, it would have to be something really egregious going on in their life because of the way that we, like every nigga that's in my clique has always been there for his kids. He's been there since day one. He done raised them. He done given the guidance. He done been there financially. So it's really nothing for the kids to really be disrespectful about toward the parent. So if you being disrespectful to me, it got to be something outside of me that's causing it. So I would like to think, I can't say because I don't know. You know, I got a youngin. You know, my baby only about to be 9, so I don't know. But I would like to think that I'd be able to push through that moment and be like, all right, what's really going on with you that got you in this mode where you comfortable being disrespectful to me? Because that ain't your normal vibe. That ain't how you was raised. That's not your average personality. But I'm also petty. So I really don't know. I guess for me, it's a I don't know. But I understand both just because I'm a petty nigga and I believe in like I can show you better than I can tell you, but I also have been that child that's been disrespectful. And if my mom had cut me off in the moment, I probably wouldn't be here today in front of y'all. Because a lot of times she saved me from myself, just her pushing through and like really probing to see like what's wrong. What's the bigger thing that's going on with you that's got you like that. So I don't know. Pat, what would you do?
Man, fuck them kids, man. They lost their goddamn mind talking to me like that. What the hell wrong with you? The hell is wrong with you? Feed you, clothe you. You got a place to sleep. Man, I'm just trying to put myself in the position of y'all. Like, you know what the hell I've been through to get you all this shit? The fuck?
That's a real fact.
You lost your damn mind. And that's how I feel. Me without kids.
That's weird.
Captain pulled out for the past 20, 25 years.
The cap that off, I do think it's important to highlight on their face. He was talking about the importance of like jumping on behaviors early in life and like really being there early in life to kind of stomp out some of those, you know, I'm feeling myself as I'm getting older behavior. And I think that that's important. I think a lot of times, and I don't know Corey Holcomb's situation, but my assumption is him being in showbiz, he probably ain't had the time to be there day to day and like really invest that time on the front end. So I think that makes it harder too, because I feel like I can't imagine looking at one of the children of myself or my friends, and that's all of my friends. I ain't got but 5 friends, and only what 4 of us got kids. So, but just knowing the parents that I know my brothers to be, I can't imagine one of our children even getting to that point because I've seen the time that's invested on the front end of like, I've been there with you since day one. I've literally been in your life. You don't have that story of where you just coming into my life, so I'm a rebel. No, I've been there since day one. I was the one wiping your ass, changing diapers, feeding you. I was the one putting the clothes on your back. I was the one when you had your first dance, making sure you had the little money. To, like I was that one. So like I can't see it. So I think it's hard for me to really put myself in that position. But just being that dad, that's also a kid, I can understand a cutting them off. But I would hope that, you know what I'm saying, a parent would take the time on the front end to where they don't get to the point where a kid will feel comfortable disrespecting. Because like every one of my like my child and every one of the kids that I know of my friends, they all yes or no. So what I need to do. My bad. Like it's not a thing of pushing forward. It's everybody get in line because they know daddy gonna be there. So you ain't gotta go buck at me. You know better. Just yes, sir. Let's get this fixed and we gonna roll with it. You know what I mean? But I think it's a fucked up position for a child to put a parent in. Mom, I'm sorry for any time I've stressed you out or made you feel disrespected. Like I understand that sometimes, like as you get older, you start to you may have that rebellious inclination in you that makes you kind of like get out of pocket. But I think that when you raised on the front end the right way, you less likely to go too far to the point where you got to get cut off. I feel like you're really back in and understand, like, oh, this is my mom, this is dad. Let me tell you know what I mean. But yeah, next topic on the docket, and this is one of my topics I got from Twitter. I saw this as a question on Twitter, and I felt like it would be something to like ask on. If your husband, if your I'm sorry, if your wife or girlfriend,
I'm about to say,
my bad, that's just
who the fuck got a husband up here?
let's speak. Because the way it was phrased on Twitter, it was in the question on Twitter, it had husband in it. So that's my fault. That's my fault. Don't do that to me. You know what? I'm about to cap this whole thing.
Such a silly.
My bad, Pop. All right. So the question is, if your wife's girlfriend became rich and they offered to let you retire and be a home husband or boyfriend, would you do that? Would you be comfortable in that role as a house husband or a house boyfriend? What up, Dr. Queen? How you doing?
Now, in the situation where we're financially stable and my partner is rich, where we don't have to worry for nothing, I'm not truly gonna be a house husband because we're gonna have people to do the house shit. You feel me? So basically, you're just a person just in the house being what they call it, being taken care of, or whatever the term is they say for that shit. But if she's willing to, I mean, if you got access to the money, like you ain't got to just sit at home. Like you can go do shit, like start your own shit. You feel me? I mean, like she just asking you not to go work for somebody else. If she allows you to have access and y'all still 50-50 partners with access to the money, shit, I'll be a chill at home dude, but I still have my own shit started. You feel me? Like I'm still gonna have my own ventures going. You feel me? Like I'm not gonna just be content with just sitting on my ass and just like, well, yeah, she rich, so she want me to work, so I'm just gonna be here and do nothing all it. No, just you lose yourself. You have no purpose like that. Like you got to do something with yourself and your energy. Like you don't wake up and just like, you know what, I'm gonna eat breakfast and just lay the fuck back down all day. Yeah, she's rich. No, they like get up and do something. Find purpose. Shit. If you don't do nothing but yeah, I know my wife rich, but yeah, I got a lawn care service that cut nothing but the rich folk houses. If that's what you want to do something. Shit, do something. Get a hobby that makes you some money. Do something that is somewhat fulfilling and gives you a purpose. Sure, you can be a stay-at-home dude, stay-at-home dad if you want to have more time with the kids and your wife is totally financially secure with y'all. Do that. This is 2024. Shit, motherfucking anything is possible. Motherfucker, somebody told me that they were transracial. This is shit. Hey, anything is possible these days. Right, you never know. Okay.
Inside, I feel like I'm Russian and Armenian. Inside. Inside.
I'm trans fat. I see myself as a fat motherfucker, but I'm really not.
Argentinian and Czechoslovakian.
Ooh, we got some new shit.
Yeah, that's real. That ain't even a race. That's a country. So that don't work. I'll
I
be
never heard
black.
of this. What?
That is not the direction on this topic go. All right. So for me, I definitely think. All right. So for me, I could do it, right. I actually prefer doing the household shit. I'm probably in 9 times out of 10, any woman that I date, unless she's a chef, I'm gonna be the better cook. That's just all GP. Like that's my thing. I'm running for a living. That's what I can do. I'm probably gonna be the better leader around the house. I'm probably gonna be the better person that like remembering dates, making sure people get to where they supposed to, like logistics, cooking, finance. Is kind of my no, not finance, but logistics and cooking is probably my main thing.
No, not that.
I'll blow a bag of dumb shit. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, I don't really care about money like that. Like I have a different relationship with money than most people. But if we talking about just the day-to-day running of the house, I think I could do that. I think for me going in though, it would have to be some boundaries set as far as what does the money look like as far as our access to it. It would have to be equal access, the same as it would be as if I was the breadwinner still. And it would also have to be, I would still have to be the leader. I couldn't get, I don't see myself being able to relinquish the role of being head of household, of like leading the house and making like the major decisions and like guiding that process. I feel like my vision, I may not be as good on the details of the vision, and I feel like that's where women thrive is like filling in those things. But like as far as the big picture of what we need to get to, I think I'm better suited to make those decisions to put us in a position that's going to be beneficial to everybody and not just one of them. So it would have to be some conversations going in beforehand. Also, like Faye said, I think that I would still be running some type of a business from home. Like even if that's making the podcast bigger because I have more financial access, you know what I'm saying, like to put into it. But like I would have to be doing something every day. Like I can't see myself even when I retire sit still. Like I retired from one career and immediately went into another. I don't know how to just sit still. Like I've been working since I was damn near 8 years old, going to shovel snow and cut grass and shit for people. Like I don't know how to just be like, all right, well I ain't gonna do nothing. That like I'm just gonna watch the kids and cook dinner and wash clothes. Like no, I need to be doing something other than that because that shit, like I can clean the house, wash clothes, cook for the day, and get the kids straight in a matter of hours. Them other hours got to be accounted for me. I got to be doing something that I feel like, okay, I'm being productive. I'm doing something that is contributing. I'm doing something that is fulfilling. You know what I mean? Like I can't just sit still. So I would have to have a business of my own. I'm running from the house or something going. So even if I was a house husband, I'd still be working. I may not be the primary breadwinner, but I would still be bringing finance to contribute to what we got going on. But yeah, like I don't see myself ever sitting still, like retirement or otherwise. Like I feel like I'm gonna be one of them people that's gonna be 80 years old and still working some way, doing something.
Yeah,
like,
I've always said if I won the lottery, I'm still gonna have a part-time job.
Yeah, like I still need to work. Like I probably will have a full-time job. I'll probably be one of them weirdos that be rich as fuck. I'm gonna be iced out at work and still going to work at a full-time job. I need at least 50 hours a week. I need to be doing like I don't know how to turn that switch off yet. And I may get to that point, you know, at some point. But for me, like I need to be working. Like,
old age creeping up.
Like I grew up with the only male figure in my life, my papa sent me, like he was still doing stuff, still active in life. So like I don't know how to just sit and be like, all right, well, I'm gonna be at the house. Take care of the house. Taking care of a house, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, all right, controversial kids take. This may be a hot take, I don't know. But like women out there that's housewives, taking care of the house ain't that different. Washing the dishes, cleaning the clothes, cleaning up the house, and getting the kids to school and from school and making sure they do their homework and get clean ain't really this long-winded ass like, oh my God, it takes all day job. Like I can do that shit in like 6 hours. It's still 18 hours in the day. I don't need to sleep but for 8 of them, if that. What the fuck am I doing for the rest of them hours? And I ain't about to sit there and just play the game. I ain't about to sit there and just wallow away. Like if I'm sleeping, it's because I'm about to go to work. So I ain't one of them niggas that I can just turn it off and be like, well, I'ma just be. No, like after I done got all of that shit handled, I still need something to do. I need to be going somewhere, feeling productive, feeling like I'm contributing something to the world or to my household in order for me personally to feel like I'm still a man. Like that shit is literally tied to my manhood. It's like working, being productive. You feel me? So like I don't see how I can ever be just I can be a stay-at-home dad, but I can't be a stay-at-home do nothing dad. I got to be doing something while I'm at the house. If I'm running some investments, if I'm handling a business, if I done started, if I done invested more into the podcast, so I'm putting more in the content, like I got to be doing something that's generating some type of outcome in order for me to feel fulfilled. Pat, what say you, my boy?
Let's see. I say I could do it, but it all depends on her personality. Because I've seen situations where the wife becomes the breadwinner, become a bit more aggressive, start talking a lot more shit. And the next thing you know, broke up anyway. And then at the end of the day, it just feels like, oh, so this is part of your plan or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
That part,
I'd be very paranoid about this. Like it would have to come to a point where on my end, like y'all said, I have already got something going on with some type of business, the podcast, my comic book, or something like that that's established, that is already bringing in some type of income that I love to do. So it seems like it's more of a hobby than an actual career, even though it would be a career, pretty much. So it would have to be something like that, and we're focused on, okay, we're giving you space so you can go ahead and create and do what you have to do so we can launch this off or whatnot. But as far as just I don't know about retiring. We ain't doing that anytime soon. Or whatever. And then I don't want to be one of them people that just stop doing shit and then I just, after a while, I don't have the ability of my legs no more because I ain't moving. If you get what I mean. Literally and figuratively. Whatever. It's just, these old bones ain't what they used to be. Pretty much. That's how it felt at first. When I went from sitting in front of a computer all day to going to physical work. It's like, oh man, this feeling. I feel this again. So it would just have to be the personality. And I would have to be very, I mean, by that time or whatever, if we're like already married and stuff like that, even though I've got my issues with that concept. But in my head. But yeah, I don't think that's happening for me. Anyway, but yeah, if we will have to be very, very long term to get to that point. And I feel like it would be part of the plan for me to go ahead and do that. But if you just out of the blue, you ain't discussed this, we ain't, you know what I'm saying, hey, just retire. And then I just I'm gonna be real suspect of that. because that's me. That's me. That's how I am. That's me as a person. I don't trust you.
Set me up.
Yeah, I don't trust. I don't trust you. It's 11:11. Make a wish.
That boy pull out them goddamn what they call them numbers?
Hmm.
Like 11, 11, 33, 33. Like what's the number called?
One of them, I don't know,
Double.
angel numbers or some shit.
Angel number. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just call them doubles.
Yeah. Keep that in mind too, nigga. I heard. But yeah, I think it takes a special man to be able to like sit still and be just a house husband in what would be stereotypically thought about as a house husband. I think most men are so used to like providing, they don't know how to shut that switch off. I think that's what athletes go through when they in their career. When uh when anybody of a super high status ends their main career, it's hard for them to like just sit there. They always find some nonprofit to be a part of. They find some charity work. They find something to be a part of so that they can still feel like they being productive. Because you get used to it as a man. As a man, you socialize to be a provider. So it's like hard to like stop and just say, all right, I'm gonna let somebody take over those reins, even if their bag is bigger. The activity level is hard to shut that off because you're so used to like going. So for me, I think even again, I think just like all of y'all, like it would have to be some boundaries set. First of all, we got to get some agreements in order. But then secondly, I definitely would think that like I'm going to still want to work and provide in some way for the household.
Did we have a prenup?
Yeah, even if I'm making fun money, like that's cool. If I'm making the money that we using to go on trips and go on vacations and whatever, I got to be doing something that's productive and making me feel fulfilled on a daily basis. And just being dad and taking care of the house is not going to do it for me. Because again, I've been cleaning the house, I've been cooking, I've been doing all this since I was a small child. So this is not like something that's, oh, it's so hard. My God, I'm tired. Like I'm gonna be done with that and then be like, all right, so what am I about to do now for the rest of these hours of the day? And I gotta have something to fill that. And I like video games, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I'm a gamer, but after about 2 hours, all right, need to do something else. I gotta do something else. Like this ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Now that's a good point. Children do have after school activities, but like while they at the after school activity, I'm not about to be sitting there watching their whole practice. I need to be on the phone making a deal. I need to be on the phone. I need to be on the laptop. Hey, what's y'all Wi-Fi code at this school? I need to be editing something. I need to be working on something that's also productive. Like I don't know how to just sit and be comfortable. I'm not a comfortable ass nigga.
It always feels like it's something to do.
Yeah, like I need the next thing, and it can't be just that. Like, because again, if I clean the house, the whole house, unless we live in like some super mansion, in which case we probably got a maid and a butler. If I have in that case, I'm not really doing no crazy cleaning. I'm doing some spot cleaning, right? But if we got a regular average, let's say okay, we balling, but we got like a 5-bedroom house, right? Whatever that is. I'm gonna clean that in 2 hours. I'm gonna cook all of the meals of the day within 2.5 to 3 hours because I'm gonna cook them all at the same time. I'm multitasking with that. I done already washed the clothes because clothes don't take but maybe 2 hours if you want to wash them all. Drying them maybe 2 hours, and that's going on simultaneously with the cooking and the cleaning. So by the time I'm done with all of the household chores, I'm taking maybe 6 hours out of my day. Now you add in maybe 3 hours for the after school activities because Junior got a game, little Sally got a recital or whatever. But while I'm at them games and recitals, what I'm not about to be doing is just sitting. after them recitals are done, there's still other hours in the day. I'm gonna dick my wife down, and then that's a good 2 hours, and then I'm still gonna want to do something. Like there's some hours left in the day where I need to be productive, and playing PS5 or Xbox ain't gonna do it for me for a type of person that I am. Like my mentality is I'm going to want to do something else. So for me, I'm gonna have to like have something else going on, a business, some investments, whether it be I'm managing some, whether I got a remote job where I'm working from home, but I got to be doing something. Because what's not, and I also as a man, I'm a provider naturally, so like I don't know how to not bring something to the table financially. I don't know how to do that. Even if you're the breadwinner, I'm still gonna be bringing in some bread too. Like all of the bacon ain't gonna be just yours that we cook. You're gonna cook some of my bacon too. You feel me? Like and as a person that's been, I know how important it is to set up to where like if the shit go hit the fan and you no longer my wife, so that finance is cut off, I need to still have somewhere I'm going already so that I don't miss a beat in finding another place. I don't miss a beat in bills. I don't miss a beat in anything that like it in the rare case that we get separated, I need to still be able to be financially secure and not be dependent upon you for that. Now I do hear about being present. I can be a cheerleader, but I've also as a dad that is doing this currently, I've been at my son's practice helping the coach and still been locking down investments on the side while I'm there. Because at the end of the day, he got a coach. So I can multitask like that. I ain't saying that it's the best, but for me, it's worked so far. Like my son has not missed one interaction with dad. If anything, he probably would feel, despite everything that he's seen in his life, dad has probably been the most engaged in his life and had the most time for him in his experience. To this day, like he's a daddy's boy. Like he knows that dad gonna be there regardless, no matter how much dad work, no matter how much dad got going on, dad gonna be right there at your game, at your meeting for your school, at your recital, at your event where you showing off your Minecraft coding, at your whatever. Dad gonna be the one that's gonna probably be the one that show up, and dad still gonna work his ass off while doing that. So like I think that my experience may be unique. I'm not sure. I can't speak to everybody's experience, but I think my experience personally has been that like I've been able to juggle those things well and still have a child that understands that if I have to, if nothing else, dad is going to be the one that's going to be there. Dad gonna be the one that's assistant coach of my football team. Dad gonna be the one on the sideline at the baseball game in the dugout, making sure all the kids, got snacks and making sure my swing is correct when I step up the plate. Dad is gonna be the one that's making sure that my homework is done every day. And dad's still gonna be the one that works a full-time job. And dad's still gonna be the one that cooks my dinner for me. And dad's still gonna be the one to make sure I got a clean outfit in the morning to wear to school. All of those things are possible. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got to be necessarily a multitask. It may be that I'm just very good at time management. That may be my gift. But like I found a way to like check all of them boxes. Like to this day, I'm divorced and I still make sure that everything my son needs, daddy gonna be the one there. You need new shoes? I'm right there. Where we going? What store you want to go to together? What shoe you need? You need a cleat, you need a sneaker, you need a boot. What you need? You need a dress shoe because you about to put on a suit for something. It's picture day, daddy the one. Hey man, let me make sure you drip right. If it's a day of, hey, they got this tech night at my school, dad gonna be the one that's gonna be there and gonna make the time to be there. Now dad might have to put it on his calendar, But the way my calendar set up, I'm gonna make sure I got time for everything I need to do that day, and I'm gonna handle my time wisely to make sure that I get everything done. And I would rather be tired as fuck doing it than to feel unfulfilled personally or feel like I'm letting the ball drop as a father or a partner to my significant other. You know what I'm saying? So I think that like in general, like that's just I'm not saying that everybody. I don't know where I was at, but I'm single now too. So I'm holler at me. Podnas Podcast at gmail.com or hit me up on the DM at any one of our social media. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we can talk it out. We can have a conversation offline about it, Doc. But yeah, but I don't know where I was at, but I'm here now. You heard me. But yeah, that's how I've moved all my life though. Even as a child, like I was able to go to school, make good grades, come home, handle all of the chores of the house before my mom got off, and still be there to make sure that if my mom crying or she needs emotional support, I'm there. And still at most times have some type of a finance coming in where she was able to get help with her bill. You feel me? So like I think it's more about how you raised as a man. You feel? Hey Pat, stop it. I don't know what you did, Pat, but stop it.
What I do?
I don't know. I don't know what you did, but stop it. That's I'm just reading. I don't know what you do.
I'm fucked up.
But yeah. So,
I've been through that.
I think that just I think it comes down to how you wire. And even with my son, like I try to teach him time management of like, all right, you got this time, you still got time to play for these few hours, but you also got homework at doing these hours, you got school doing these hours, you got chores doing these hours, and you still gonna have time left over for TV if you do it right. I think it's about the quality that you put in the stuff. I think a lot of people waste time because they doing shit half-assed, so they have to go back and redo it, which then takes more time for that event. Most things are not that difficult in your day. Cleaning your house is not difficult if you do it the right way the first time. It's difficult if you half-ass clean it and then you still got shit that's dirty at the end of the day, so you got to go back and re-clean. Cooking a dinner ain't hard if you actually are intentional about cooking. Like you can cook 3 meals at one time legitly if you have a normal stove, a normal oven, and a microwave going at the same time. You can do that. And now you got all of your shit lined up for the day. Everybody's eating, and now we gravy. You did? Like, so like I think it's about how people are spending time. And while I'm cooking them meals, the clothes are in the washer. So when the meat come off the stove, pause. I paused it. So when the protein of the day is to come off the stove while the sides are cooking, I can run upstairs real quick, get them clothes, switch them over to the dryer. Now they drying while I'm doing the sides and maybe doing the last little minute chore. Now I'm finishing up cleaning up while that shit is done. When the dryer done, the food is done, the dishes are done, and now the clothes are done. Now I can fold them clothes while I'm waiting on time to do whatever the next thing is. Or I can fold them when I get back from the activities that my son may have or that the child got. And then as soon as I'm done folding them clothes, I'm about to fold up some cheeks. Now Beta got her quality time in, and now we talking right after. So we done got that conversation in. We done got the sex in. Everybody happy in the house, and then I go to sleep happy. I think it's about intentionality and like focusing, like where you want to put your time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be transparent and admit the reason I got divorced is because I stopped putting in that extra time. I took the time that I used to devote to quality time with the spouse and used that for other shit. But the time was there. It's not like the time was disappearing. It's not like them hours were gone. It was just I chose something different. You know what I'm saying? But as you learn, as you grow, as you go through experiences, you know what I'm saying, you learn to put them hours back in. So like whoever my next wife be, I don't care if I'm a house husband or out of the house husband, like the shit about to be lit. You heard me? And I think that just goes to like how you want to spend your time. What do you want? What are your intentions? And I think that goes for moms too. Like, I know some moms that do everything in a day. So you mean to tell me a man can't do it? We all human. We got the same 2 hands, 2 feet. We got the same 24 hours in the day. We got the same 365 days or 366 on a leap year. So like, what it is? Hey Pat, you drinking Taylor Port? You drinking the cheap wine?
Yeah, that was Sutter Holmes. It wasn't Taylor Park though.
God, nigga, you about to you drinking it
You
right.
see his eyes extra low as it
You drinking that right, my boy.
is. He can't open his eyelids now.
See this.
Hey,
Shit.
really chinky, but that nigga eyes
Son
good.
on. Son on. Damn.
I'm,
Ooh, boy.
yeah,
It's gonna set his ass home, all right. You right.
It's that
I'm
Friday
already-
night special.
You understand me? But yeah, man, I think it's possible. As we're talking about relationships, though, I see next on the docket is a very special relationship. And before I say this, before I present this topic, I just want to say prayers up to people in toxic ass situations. There's a lot of people out here in these relationships that are like horrible for them. That's like killing, like literally killing their spirit, and they too blind to see it. It is better to leave a relationship before it gets toxic than it is to stay in the relationship and think you're gonna fight for it. Like once that toxicity creeps in, nobody's happy, everybody's suffering, and everybody leaves tainted from that relationship because you're carrying the baggage from that. So it's better to just end things while things are amicable or like to the point where you can at least have a conversation. Like the one thing I will say is I had the most peaceful marriage, but I also had the most peaceful divorce. We were smart enough to get out of it before we got to the level of like, I hate you and I'm treating you horrible and we're disrespecting each other. You know what I'm saying? We were smart enough to leave when it's like, all right, we can talk this out and still have a peaceful coexistence. We can still, you know what I'm saying, be okay with each other and be in the same room and not be like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But this next relationship is probably the most toxic and disgusting one I've seen in my lifetime. Krishan Rock got a face tattoo of Blueface and it's talking about moving back in with this guy. For those that don't know, she's been with him for a while. He's cheated on her the whole time. She even went and found his other baby mama and they destroyed his house. Then he went to jail and she was like, okay, I'm gonna be single. And now she's going back to live with this guy and she's got his face tattooed on her cheek. So no matter who sees her,
You see him?
I don't know who put this on the docket, but just go.
Has to be face mob.
This shit must be stopped. We need a court order to separate these two buffoons from each other.
Avengers.
Now, I've heard the argument that this ain't nothing new. Every generation has a toxic couple. We had Ike and Tina. We had Bobby and Whitney. Now we got motherfucking Krishan Rock and motherfucking Blueface. No. Hell no. Abusive relationships are abusive relationships. We shouldn't implore those. What the fuck? Tina got her ass whipped. Everybody know that. We seen that in the movie. Eat the cake anime. That shit wasn't funny.
What's love got to do?
But it was funny in the movie. It won't put her ass in real life.
Bitch.
Bobby and Whitney. I personally don't remember if Bobby was beating her ass. I don't think he was. But they was some big ass dope things together. What the dope got to do with it? But even that shit wasn't funny because we saw the downfall of one of the greatest female singers in our time. We saw her downfall of that.
You think got to do with it?
What got to do with it? Got to do with it. But
now with these two new stupid young motherfuckers, it's like they gave these two toxic motherfuckers a TV show to bring more attention to their toxicity,
Is it on
but they
YouTube?
give them more ratings and more reason to be more toxic. Like I don't understand it. It's like the whole society is turning into a big a big cesspool where toxic shit is the good shit. No, this shit needs to be stopped. I've seen her hit this nigga with shit. I've seen him hit her. I've seen him fight her daddy. I've seen her fight his mama. I've seen him fight her brother. This shit ain't it.
And she lost a tooth.
And then got the replacement tooth with his face on it.
Mm, 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 mm,
I
mm.
don't understand it. It could be just for money. It could be because that's the new way of getting money these days. 2024, this new generation, whatever for the dollar. But my thing is, you have to live with yourself years down the line. Sure, the money may be long, but that tattoo right here, even if you get it removed, you still got to deal with that. That tattoo right here, you still got to do with that. That missing tooth, you still got this baby, you still got to do with it. Like it's too much shit. Your kids, this internet shit is forever. Your kids will see this shit, and I don't think people in the generation after us really have a real concept of that. Your kids will see what you're doing now. If the internet was really what it is now, doing Freaknik, I guarantee a lot of shit would be different right now. A lot of shit be different right now.
Um,
I tell you.
a couple of things. First of all, shout out to not having constant social media attention when we were in our late teens, early 20s.
We only find out through documentaries.
They won't have a documentary about us. No, they won't. No, they won't. Shut the fuck up. Don't go ask nobody about it. No, let that be what it was.
But he is
I'm talking about the famous people.
No files on me, nigga. Fuck that.
Tales from the Stairwell.
You are.
What Coke got to do with it?
You know what's funny? I got purple hair. She had on purple drawers. But that's for a whole. All right. I think the biggest thing is for me, you hit on a couple of really good points that need to be highlighted. I think first of all, first and foremost, your child is reaping the effect of what you and this man have done. So your child already looks like something is wrong. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to joke on a child. Like I would never do that. But the child does look like it may have some type of fetal alcohol syndrome.
I joke on the kid.
Just on the characteristics of the child. Like if you know psychology and physiology, and you know how babies formed while the parent is under the influence, come out looking physically, you can tell that the child has some form of fetal alcohol syndrome. Second, the fact that a parent would be okay drinking while they are with the child says a lot about the type of stress and duress that they're under while carrying that child. Like she literally has trouble doing interviews without taking shots before and several. Like when you can't even talk about yourself without getting drunk first, that says a whole lot about your current mental state. It's one thing to turn up on the weekend because you know it's your day off or you drinking socially, but when you like literally need a drink to be socially functional, that's alcoholism. And it doesn't appear to be alcoholism based off of you're enjoying the alcohol. It appears to be that's your coping mechanism because your life is so chaotic. Third, when you are out here putting somebody's face on you, me personally, I've never been a fan of tattooing names and faces of people that are not your immediate family members, like your child or your parent on you, just because relationships are what they are. It doesn't mean that they can last forever. It's plenty of people that's been married for 50, 60 years. It's also plenty of people that's been divorced within 2. So like to put somebody on your skin that's gonna last forever, and now you gotta cover them up. Like we saw Nick Cannon, even with Mariah Carey, have to cover her back up with an ugly ass tattoo just to cover up the name. This girl got his face on her several times, and this man has brutalized you. This man has openly cheated on you with no regard about your feelings for it. This man has abused you physically. This man has told
Disrespect you in public.
has showed you exactly what he feels about you, yet and still you continuously allow your son to grow up seeing this is how you treat a woman, but also this is what you've become comfortable with. So you wouldn't even know real love if it hit you because you were young when you met her. Like I remember her, she was a track star. She was on that show American Ninja or some shit like that, and then she was with him. She was only maybe 20, 21 years old. So her entire adult life so far has been with this man that has treated her like crap. She's going to be horrible for the next relationship she's in because that's what she knows as normal. So a man that actually tries to love on her, she's not even going to be able to receive it.
She's gonna need a new tooth.
And she's too drunk and high to even realize she needs therapy, to even receive the therapy. Like I've watched her in interviews. She's uncomfortable talking about anything that's serious about her life. She either has to take a smoke or take a drink or take a break. Like it's no ability to like just say, well, this is what my life is. So you could tell that there's a high level of discomfort in her about what her situation is. Like the whole
She needs
situation.
to get comfortable with somebody and talk.
This nigga has obviously not committed to you or cares about you the way you do him because he got 2-3 other girls that's also got his face tatted on their face or their ass.
Blue face bitches.
Like it's literally a thing now. Like I saw a picture on Twitter the other day, girl laying on a tattoo table getting his face tattooed on her cheek.
Ass
And I
cheek.
talking about these.
Oh, ass cheek. She's tripping probably.
So like this man has literally showed you every step of the way that he don't give a fuck about you.
So
The
she's
fact
a blue ass bitch.
comfortable, like for me, I couldn't even allow my mother and the woman I'm dealing with to get into an altercation to the point where they fight. I wouldn't even let it get to an argument. As a man, I'm just gonna step in. Hey, look, I love you both. What I'm not about to do is see either of you disrespect either of you. He's sitting there standing back, letting it happen, thinking this is entertaining.
Ain't nobody touching my mama.
Cares about you. Your reputation as a woman has been tarnished out here in these streets. He's put you on sex tapes that have been released. He's beat your ass. He's openly have other women in the house that you lay your head in with him. Like there's nothing healthy about this. And the biggest thing that I scream out about is like that baby that's growing up already has some issues because he grew up with a parent that birthed him while under the influence. I've seen
baby
pregnant. I don't know if she's done anything else, but I know for a fact she drank while she was pregnant. The baby looks like something is off. I'm not trying to be funny. That's not a joke. That's not a diss. That's a literal fact of what the child looks like. I've seen healthy babies. I have a healthy child. That's not what a child that comes out completely healthy looks like.
Baby.
Buddy, help that baby.
The way the eyes are set, to the smooth upper lip, to the de-emphasized upper lip, like you can tell that there is some things physiologically and probably mentally wrong with that child because of the parents' action. The child don't need no more trauma. At some point, somebody got to be a parent and be like, this, we may want to chase this because it's fun. He, ha, ha, we like chaos, but the baby doesn't ask for that. So, like, to me, like, at some point, like, this shit got to stop. And I blame society because I've gotten to the point where I've muted them motherfuckers on every social media I interact on. Like, you can't even, like, there's nothing about Blueface or Krishan about to pop up on my timeline. It got to be on YouTube. But I've muted it everywhere else because I don't want to see this shit. Like I don't. It's like watching a train wreck. I don't want to see no more dead bodies. I got it. The train has crashed. This is disgusting. I'm done. But the general public is cheering this on. I've literally seen pages and stuff in the past devoted to Krishan and I want to be a Krishan and go Blueface. Like, why are you cheering these people on to destroy each other?
Blueface.
Like, where is the humanity of people that's just like, yo, one thing to be entertained by some shit that may be fake. Scripted TV, cool. But this is them people's real life that they're acting out in front of us, and we're cheering on this horrible ass shit. And the younger generation is championing it as if it is the blueprint for how you should act.
I'm gonna double down on that real quick. You know what I watch when I'm having a bad day and I want to make myself feel better about myself? You know what I watch? Shit like Baddies East.
Like what?
Well, I can see all these ignorant motherfuckers doing ignorant, stupid ass shit, being the lowest of low when they have all the opportunities handed to them to be all so much better. Then I look at myself and I'm like, you know what? I ain't been afforded half of them opportunities they got, and I ain't nowhere near as fucked up as they are. Hey, I ain't that fucked up bad. I ain't that bad at all. Reality TV is like it's the real life form of social media. And those who become popular from reality TV, those real, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Fucked up individuals, you should say. The real true ones who really make it from social media and continue to live their same fucked up type lives they imitated in social media. Those are the ones. Those are the ones who society clings to for some odd reason. Instead of being the ones that society wants to help and see the errors, society wants to make those errors bigger and more flamboyant, I should say. We want to make them a focal point.
Can I make a push?
Mm-hmm.
I would say, as much as society champions these things, I would push you to start watching, even as a form of like making yourself feel better. Because every view that they get, like at some point, we as society have to start going against these things with our pocket, our wallet, and our views. If we're giving it a view, even if we're viewing it to critique it, it's a view. So the network then puts on 3 more shows just like it because they're seeing the views there, which gives them ad revenue, which makes them want to promote that same image. Like, it has to be a tipping point in society where we get tired of watching the train wreck and we decide to completely ignore it, so the news will stop showing. Like, what I know about news is their community outreach things get more, like they get more attention on their channels. If you watch CNN will focus more on whatever people are most focused on. So if you focus on the bullshit in politics, they're gonna keep on putting that same topic up. ESPN, if you focused on the Cowboys, they're gonna put the Cowboys on 24/7. But if you start ignoring their moments when they put that stuff up there, then they're forced to have to change what they give us to view. You know what I mean?
I definitely feel you on that.
So like I'm not judging you for that. Like, I understand your reasoning behind watching, but even in that watch, even though it's not to champion that lifestyle, that watch is giving them more fuel to continue to give us that content and more fuel to continue to put Blueface and Krishan on our timeline. When we start to all collectively ignore it, then the algorithm is forced to give us something else. And that something else, if we keep on ignoring the bullshit, then the something else becomes something that's actually helpful. Like my timeline over the past month, just because I started muting so much shit, it's becoming more of cute baby. And
Oh, I don't even have a timeline. I don't have social media. So shit.
but I'm talking about on the part of social media. You know, that's my only social media. I'm
Oh
talking about on
yeah. Okay.
I run. So I really only run the Podnas Twitter. But on there, like I'm seeing my timeline go from like it's all like crazy, wild shit. Like I've even disconnected from battle rap just because that became like a cesspool of just like ugliness and drama.
Bullshit.
Right. So like the more I mute and mute and block and mute and mute and block, the more I'm getting other stuff that's not permeating through before because I wasn't allowing it to because my focus was on something else. And the more we continue as a collective unit in society to like, no matter what the reason we are watching, to stop watching the bullshit, then it forces all revenue towards other things because they see that these things are not getting the click. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I, that's my only put. I'm not saying you right or wrong for doing it, but I am saying that like for us to see something better, we have to stop watching the bullshit, or they're going to keep
Oh, I definitely understand.
of that bullshit.
Oh, definitely understand. Definitely understand. And judge or not, shit. Ignorance is everywhere. But still go look at it and make myself feel a little bit better.
Well, this is how I feel about it. More legal trouble for Blueface as he sits in Los Angeles jail cell because the judge in Las Vegas wants him arrested and brought to Nevada for alleged probation violation. Footage surfaces of Blueface turning himself in to the authorities for probation violation. He's expected to do 1 year in county jail.
The nigga said he liked it. This is the nigga we talking about. So like right off there, that tells you everything you need to know about him. Because I've never met not one convict, not one criminal that was like, oh, I love this jail shit. Unless there's something up here that is completely off. Like you got to be a psychopath to like jail. Like even the hardest criminal don't like jail. They just deal with it because they know it's an inevitable end to their activity. But they not in there like, I love this shit. This is amazing. Let's hang out.
Fuck
It
that.
is it is a big ass. But if somebody don't ask, then who is? Like I'm sorry, yo. I'm getting to like the older I get, my fucking level is going up, but it's also my compassion level is also going up to the point where I'm like, I'm seeing and I have a child. And I think that may be where my investment comes in. That like my son doesn't have social media. He doesn't watch anything that is not screened by me and his mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really concerned about the world he inherits. And a lot of that is going to be dictated by people in my age group and the age groups right below I. So if don't nobody ask, why can't I that's all I can do as an individual. Because my one view not being there ain't gonna make a dent. But if I ask enough people, then maybe they'll take it on and then ask somebody else. And if it spreads enough, then maybe the content will be better. Because I don't want my son like I don't want my son to grow up in some fucked up world where it's just despair and toxicity and people being horrible to each other all the time. Like there's space for it. And don't get me wrong, there's been a place in my life where I was all for the fuck shit. But I'm also grown enough now to realize that it wasn't me being all about the fuck shit wasn't the right thing. And I think that's the biggest shift that I've seen in society. It's like even when Face talk about Ike Turner and them and Bobby Brown and Whitney, like that was looked at as like a bad thing. Like that wasn't glorified. It wasn't like, oh, great.
Hell no.
They're great for that. It was like, damn, look at them. They done fell off. God bless them. I hope they get better. Now it's like,
Man.
yes, hit her. Punch her in the face. Yes, bust them in the head with the bottle. What? Like it went from being a place of pity when you saw these type of situations to now it's a source of excitement and exuberance. And that can't be where we go as a people. Like, and I'm talking about the human race. Like, there's nothing good that comes out of that. Like, we used to root for Whitney to get off drugs. We used to root for Bobby to stop smoking crack. Now we are literally.
And you know we're getting bored. Chilling with me.
Drink that lean. Like we have become a society that promotes the abusers, the addicts, the people that we used to look down upon in society and shame them into doing better. We now hold up and uplift as our kings and queens and the people that we look to for direction. That's scary to me. And that's one of the major reasons that I got out of teaching is because like it became a detriment to my own mental health to watch young people move in a direction and it be so many influences pushing them to it that there's nothing that I can do. When I was growing up, if you was the at-risk youth and you had a person that was willing to step in as a young person and be like, hey man, look, you ain't gotta do it like this. I did this, and this is the consequences I've suffered, and hey, you can do it another way and you can get better. People would listen to that. People was looking for that. Who gonna save me? Who gonna tell me something better? Because I ain't seeing it. Now it's so many influences pushing them to the negativity that the positive voice can't even get through no more. And I guess I guess that's why I feel the way I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to judge nobody that's on it because I feel like everybody got their reasons for doing whatever they do. This is also a generation and a era that I may be a dinosaur in. You know what I'm saying? I may be one of the last of the Mohicans and think in the old school way. So I recognize that I'm not saying my way is the best way, but I am saying it gotta be something better than this.
Mm-hmm.
This can't be what
I need more Neil deGrasse Tyson content.
Even that, like, yeah, like anything. Like I'm even willing to meet you in the middle of like, if you want that, get it from fictional TV, right? So like something that's a show
One of
that's
them
not
bullshit ass Tyler Perry shows.
to where you can disconnect from reality and that be your like fantasy land. But for that to be the reality that we watch every day and to see people champion it the way they do, it's heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's literally like something that bothers me deeply. Like I know it gotta be something better. I've lived in a world where there was something better. Our generation, we all went to college off the fact that we had things that were pushing us toward do something better with your life and be the drug addict. Do something better with your life and be the drug dealer. Yes, we all grew up around drug dealers. I'm not saying these negative elements of society would disappear, but they don't need to be the guiding force in young people's lives the way negativity is now. Relationships are suffering. Individuals are suffering. People's physical livelihood is suffering because of like now we're promoting the drug use. When we was growing up, the drug addict was the dude you look down on like, come on, bro. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be a fiend like so-and-so. Now it's like, oh, let's go hit the pipe like so-and-so. Let's go drink it like what? What? When did the crackhead get cool?
You know there are new crackheads?
When did the dude that was beating on this woman become the cool guy in the neighborhood? That was never this thing when I was growing up. Yes, it existed, but it was a minority because most people were like, that's not right. We don't want that. That's not cool. We're going to change that out of existence as opposed to let's prop it up and now let's make more of them. And I think that's the shift that like is bothering me the most. Like, this can't be it, bro. It gotta be a better way. It has to be. You can't convince me as a human, as a person that's been through everything I've been through in my life and seen what I've seen, and I'm still able to get to this point where I can see like the errors of my own ways and the errors of the ways of the people that were around me growing up. You can't convince me that this is the thing. And the scary part is I'm not seeing it getting better. I'm seeing now people from my generation adopting the young culture of these things and promoting these types of lifestyles as opposed to standing on our square and even being on what we grew up on. Like we didn't grow up glorifying the drug addict. We didn't grow up glorifying the abuser. But I'm watching people that are in my age group go backwards and regress to where this young generation is, and like, oh yeah, let's watch that. It's like, why are you excited about this girl beating the fuck out this other woman on TV? And they both professional. Like what? That's cool. I understand the entertainment, but
No one said it was cool.
that used to be entertainment that we saved for our fictional shows, our shows that we used to get away from the reality, and we knew was in this pocket of this isn't our real life. This isn't what we really want. This is just an outlet. Now it's become, no, that's real people's lives that are doing. Like this is real. This isn't a script somebody following. This is their actual life. They're gonna have to deal with the actual residual effects of that said action. But I'm off my phone. It's just I hope we get better. Anybody want to introduce the next topic? Going from negativity to negativity. I don't even know how to. Pat, you want to take this next one?
Nicki and Megan.
Sure.
All right. So I actually know about this topic. So Megan dropped a diss off of probably a constant responses from Nicki over the years and over time of just talking shit about pretty much every female rapper that seems to come with prominence. I think that's her thing. It's like to be the Triple H of female wrestling, or female rapping, I mean. But Megan, she released this disc. It's called Hiss. Whatever. I'm going with her snake themes. And it basically dissed the fuck out of Nicki Minaj. And there's a line. And the line ends with her saying, "You just mad at Megan's Law." And if you look up Megan's Law, it has something to do with protecting children from like sex offenders and things like that. And if you know Nicki Minaj's husband, he's a known sex offender. Oh, what'd you say?
He's on the registry.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So
have y'all heard both songs?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I have thoughts on it. Go ahead and finish, Pat.
I kind of feel like I should say I'm gonna keep out of women's business because to me it's really gossipy. And even when guys are rapping and it seems like they're just spilling the tea, it's just really gossipy to me too. So it just but I would say out of the two, Megan got Nicki because that Bigfoot song that she put out, I don't know what how she was feeling herself about that, but that shit's kind of trash, bro. I feel like it's something either with the beat. I mean, and some of them bars is kind of corny. And I feel like she had that one in the tuck for a long time, and she just got disses for bitches that just waiting for the time, and that's why she keeps saying everything about anybody on Twitter or social media just to see who's gonna respond. For real. But yeah, I would say for real, to tell you the truth, Megan seems like she got it as far as delivery. The beat is better. She had a better line. That line kind of hit hard. And the rest, I don't know what the fuck Nicki was doing. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I feel about it, pretty much.
All right. So I see this from two different angles. For one, it's sad to see that yet again women in hip hop are not able to get along. You know what I'm saying? There's so many dudes that the market is saturated with them. So like when you have two dudes that's going at each other, you still have like 30 other dudes that's collaborating with each other, and then it makes it look different. But when you only have a select handful of women rappers that are actually relevant in the zeitgeist, right? It's tough to see that like it's like they almost have like a mentality like comedians, like there can only be one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It can't all coexist. It can only be one. If this person timed, then the other one's got to shut up and back. Like, so that's sad. But from a purely hip hop standpoint, I liken it to Megan on her first dropped an EP, dropped a back to back, dropped a song that can be played in the club, can be played on the radio, and it's a bop. You like the song. The song itself is structurally good to where even though it's a diss, it's gonna probably live for a long time just because it's a good song. Whereas Nicki, most people when they make their first response, most hip hop artists, they come out with the ether. So where it's like, I'm coming out with something that's gonna be able to be played and I'm responding. So I got a whole song just about you, but it's also able to be played in the club. Nicki shit is horrible. It's not sonically good. So even though she got some shit in there that's true and some bars in there that's like could be hard hitting, the beat and the flow make it to the point where it's like, I'm not listening to this after one listen. And I think that's why you see the discrepancy in plays and
she sounded like she was drunk on the mic.
one of them, even if I get tired of the disc, just the song and the flow gonna make me rock to the song with Megan. Whereas with Nicki, like, know what it is? Instead of Nicki dropping an ether, she dropped a super ugly as her first response. It's one of them songs yes, what you're saying is completely true. You have some very hard-hitting facts about the person you're talking about, and the song is completely tailored to that person, but it's not as good as Takeover. Megan dropped Takeover. I'm gonna listen to this 5 years down the line, and it's still gonna be a bop because her flow and the beat she chose and the different cadences she chose. Like, even if it wasn't dissing nobody, it's just a good. It got a good pop to it. I can listen to it musically. With Nicki, like after the first listen, I had to listen to it for the podcast, but after the first listen, I probably would never listen to that song again. And it puts her in a fucked up position because not only did you respond in that way to a song that's like already performing horribly compared to the song you responded to, but also the person that you responded to is ignoring the fuck out of you and seems to be thriving in the same week that you dropped your diss. So it makes it look like you just the crazy person hating while this person over here ain't focused on you at all. And it's one of them things like when you looking at an argument and you see that one person that's just calm as fuck, like, I understand, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And this other person is going crazy. The one that's going crazy looks stupid as hell. Like, what's wrong with you? You all right? That's what this looks like from afar. Like, one person is like, yeah, I said what I said and I'm done with it. And I'm going to move on in a mature fashion. I'm going to go sell my clothes. I'm going to go sell these records. I'm going to go ink this new deal that's monumental where I get to keep my publishing. I'm going to do all these other things that have nothing to do with you. And I'm going to drop all that in the same week and not mention you again. And you are completely focused on me. So it makes you look crazier because you've allowed this one and you are getting ignored. Like, I think Nicki should have been more strategic. I didn't hear on Joe Budden podcast a beat that was originally selected for Nicki's song that probably could have made it a little bit better. The beat was a little bit more in sync with her flow. It was a little bit more of a catchy beat that could probably, get some traction. But the fact that she chose the beat that she did, used the flow that she did, and is getting ignored in the same week, it just makes her look crazy. And yeah, it wasn't a good response. I'll say that it wasn't like
Garbage.
both of them are good rappers. Like I'm not down in either one of them on their rap ability, but in the battle, as far as hip hop goes, Nicki lost, and it's because she lost to a few bars and she made a whole song.
That's usually how it goes.
But you know what else is the difference too? I'm sorry to be long. Megan's this was about something he always tries to not talk about. So it makes it seem worse and like it's more impactful because it's the thing that you don't want to touch as the person even the diss. Whereas everything that Nicki said about Megan, she's readily spoken about in interviews and in talk shows and in her own lives. Like she's spoken about these things. So it's not like the elephant in the room that don't know about everybody creeping around. It's like all shit that all right, we already know. We've already formed our opinion on these things as a public because we've had them addressed by the person that they're alleged against. Whereas Nicki, she don't want to touch that subject about that Megan's law. She don't want to touch that subject about her husband's past. She tries at all costs to avoid that topic. And because of that, it makes those few bars seem way more impactful than the bars that she spits about Megan, because Megan is like, yeah, okay, whatever. I've already talked about this. Yeah, okay, I was involved in the shooting. I'm stand on what I stand on. You make your own opinion up about it. I've already addressed, people saying I got ghostwriters. You feel how you feel about it. You know what I mean? It's like Megan handled it. Megan looks like the grown woman in a situation where actually Nicki is the OG, so it makes her look crazier as she responds. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense.
Hey Doc, you talking about Nicki or Megan was saying that the other person don't want the smoke? I definitely think Megan was putting it out there like you don't want this. And her flow and everything said it. Like she comes out looking like the better rapper because of the way she raps, and she comes out looking like the better person.
And she has a video, so it automatically makes it seem like it's organized. It's a legit video.
That part. Okay. Yep. Oh wow. Okay. Both ass, just a lot of ass, and they do have a lot of ass. But one of the asses does look better. I'm not gonna even front. Nicki ass, I seen that video of her trying to pull them jean shorts out of her ass, and that shit look. That surgery is it's falling. That's the one thing about them BBLs and shit. The shit be falling, and
you need to tune up from time to time.
Yeah, that you got to maintain that over time, and if not, that shit bad. It look like a bag of laundry back there. Like a dirty bag of socks.
But it seemed like it's dissing season now because let's see, Ice Spice, who's actually under Nicki, she dissed Lotto.
Oh God.
And
can we get rid of Ice Spice? Can we get rid of her ancestry? If I see one more of them do the point with the touch of the hair and the shake of my ass, the point and the touch of my hair and the shake. Like, it's just garbage, yo. Like, they're not even artists. Like, I can deal with somebody that at least give me some showmanship. But when that's all you got is, I'm going to touch my hair and I'm going to point and I'm going to shake my ass. And that's my whole show. Man, you don't get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Looking like Annie. Every time I see that bitch, I just want to, it's the hard knock life for you. Yeah, just thick ass ankles and shit. Just can we just get rid of Ice Spice?
Like an orange hair Betty Boop doll.
Give me a rosemary, give me a garlic, give me a bay leaf. But can we get rid of Ice Spice? That's one spice I don't need to see no more.
You know what else we can get rid of? We can get rid of the Benzino and Eminem beef. Because Benzino just dropped some random diss track. And some people like it. And I'm like, nigga, why?
All right, so
no one cares.
I never even listened to the Benzino diss track. Because at some point in his rollout for that, there was a clip that dropped of him fucking Lunel. I said what I said. And that just ruined my whole timeline and day. And I just was like, you know what? I want to see no more of No Neck for the rest of my life. I don't need to hear nothing from him. I'm good. And I've heard that his response to Eminem was actually his best rapping he's ever done in his life. I would never, because the mental scrubbing that I would need after seeing such disgusting displays on my time.
Time for me to rant.
Ruined. I'm good.
It's time for a hip hop rant.
I'm good. I'm good.
For a long time, and just like I tell my roommate's son, nowadays people are paying premium gas prices for regular watered down ethanol gas. It has become so mediocre.
You call it? Say that one more time. What you call
ethanol. I fucked it up. It was probably ethanol.
I don't know. When you said it, that shit was hilarious. Ethanol.
Fuck it. Fucked up gas. 87. Y'all paying 93 for 87. Or whatever. And 87 and 93 were great years in hip hop. But as far as gas goes, y'all look, nope. Y'all getting major Reggie out there and paying exotic prices. For real. For real. If we gotten to the point that we are giving this trash ass this that nobody gives a fuck about and telling him the reason why this is his best rapping ever is because he's never been good at rapping.
Agreed.
The only reason he got a clout is because he was the CEO or the top editor at the Source or some shit like that. He gave his own self 5 mics in the Source. Nobody else gave him the mics. Ain't nobody in the world got a goddamn favorite Benzino quote.
100.
Not one.
100.
Even if you don't like Eminem, remembered some shit with Eminem.
His daughter a better rapper than him, and she at.
Yeah. And then there's gonna be people that's like, man, you one of them black people that just be picking up white rappers and white Eminem, and he's like, you can't be touched. Yeah, but 1 plus 1 equals 2, and that's never gonna change. And good rapping is good rapping, and whack rapping will always be whack. I don't give a fuck. But first of all, it's whack because I don't even care if your cadence, your performance, how you say it, how your flow is. I don't even care if the beat is. It's just the simple fact that this been going on for so long and nobody cares. Because why? Why do we give a fuck about Benzino?
As a 40-year-old man, it ain't one beat that I'm about to revisit from my 20s and early 30s. I'm a grown ass man. Like, that shit is in the past for a reason. We ain't about to sit there and do this.
No, like, man, dog, you got other things to work about.
Nothing else better to do?
Like, you got other things to worry about, man.
And
Like,
I'm hoping Eminem,
how do you see?
like, Eminem shouldn't have said shit. Like, what did you bring this back up for? What was the purpose? Like, both are rappers that we ain't talking as nobody else today. Like, Eminem, keep your little legend spot in the game. Let it go. And Benzino, will know that ass up. Like, nobody wants to hear stories from No Neck.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody.
Like, maybe walking around looking like Batman 87, 89, I mean.
In New Jersey might want to hear about it, but the rest of the world don't want to hear about your shoulder story.
Do you have to turn all the way around to look in your peripheral?
He does.
Yeah, he looked just like Batman 89.
He is a No Neck Quagmire. If you look at
notice on the
it's just Quagmire without a neck.
You know the
he just go geek.
On the first Batman movie in 89, right? That Batman suit, you never notice he can't go like this at all. Yeah, Michael Keaton. Yeah. Benzino has the same problem.
And now we done got Christian Bales and all that. Like, we done seen Batman be able to be like do backflips and all. Like, we done seen it now. Like, wait, you're sir, go sit your ass down. Get off them steroids. Go sit your ass down and go find you a new job.
You look like the Juggernaut helmet.
This ain't it. Like and stop fucking Lunel. That's why did you release that? Like that was gonna be something that prop you up. Ain't nobody looking at Lunel like she a video victim. Ain't nobody lusting after Lunel. It's Lunel.
Wait. Not the.
You didn't see that on you didn't see that on the Twitter?
No, man.
Oh man. So around the same time that he
So
released
two no nicks. So
around
two
the
no
same-
nick humans.
Yeah.
Bump uglies.
Yes. And it pop up on you out of nowhere because you think you reading just a regular post, and then it's just oh, what is that? Bruh, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If it weren't for the fact that it was the Podnas Twitter, I would have deleted the whole account. I was ready to say, fuck this. I'm done. I quit. And that is not what I needed to see in my and it was around lunchtime when I saw it. Fucked up my whole meal. Nigga couldn't even enjoy his damn meal. I had some good ass lobster pasta. Couldn't even enjoy the damn food. I'm like, what is? I'm like, oh, this must be about Benzino and Eminem's rap beef. Let me check this out. I know Pat gonna want to say something. Ah!
Not about that.
Bruh. Man, if you are over 40, do what Jay-Z does and just rap about being rich and making money and businesses and being a happy little house man and loving on your family and shit. Because this other route y'all old ass niggas is taking, like, nigga, an old nigga like me don't want to hear that shit.
MC
And then
Shan.
that you like, you stupid.
MC Shan.
Yeah.
For the 50th time in hip hop,
That last
we
call,
do
yeah.
not care
I
about
would-
any disses about KRS One afterwards.
Yeah, like,
Not
look,
at all.
rap is a young person sport. When you get to a certain age, it's just certain shit that, like, you can still make albums and make records that are good. I'm not saying you can't. You got artists like Jim Jones
But
and
wanting to be the star and shit.
the kids and shit that it worked. But trying to do the shit that you did when you were 20 is not what your audience is looking for. Like, it's like being an OJ. Like, the OJs ain't out here trying to sing songs like Trey Songz and Chris Brown and them saying. They singing they hits. Or if they do get a new song, it's gonna sound similar to the shit that we know them for, because that's what we're looking for from them. That's why we enjoyed their whatever. By the time you that age, like, ain't nobody trying to see you try to be like these young guys.
Nobody trying to hear you, Otis.
Bruh, this ain't it. Like, and I'm not even saying that Eminem's raps were bad on his disc. It's just you made us wait all this time. We ain't got an album in a while, none of that. And this what you coming back with. This what you got to say.
I think I've said this before.
Yeah,
But
it sound like 2004 again. Like, nigga, like, anybody trying to relive their glory days, man? You sit your old ass down somewhere. You would be Shannon Pop out here running routes.
I wish this Eminem need to just slow down. When he slow raps, it is the greatest shit in the world. When he start doing that speed rap shit over and over again, like, look, man, we got that one song with Busta Rhymes and Chris Brown. They wear that shit the fuck out too. Everybody, even Chico Bean, be trying to say the damn verse. After a while, we don't even understand what the fuck you be saying.
I don't care because it don't sound like something new. Like, at this point, the only thing I want to hear from 40 and up rappers is 40 and up perspective. Give me something that's gonna help me as a 40 and up man. Don't give me some shit that's like we gotta stop getting stuck in this nostalgia thing of like we want to be where we was at when we was most popping. Everybody ages, everybody gets older, and yes, you can still be that nigga. Like, I still feel like I am an attractive person at 40.
Man, I'm the most popping now than ever.
But
Bitches love me.
Be out here living and moving around and acting like I did when I was 21. It's a different dynamic now. Like, my responsibilities are different. My life experience, I have more under my belt that I can draw from. I can't still be talking and speaking as if I'm this young kid when I'm a grown ass man. Like, I know more than that. As a kid, I spoke like a kid because that was all I knew at that point. That was the breadth of my life experience. Don't nobody want to hear that shit from you. Like, the reason Jadakiss and these other older rappers are still thriving and still finding themselves able to get shows and still finding themselves a way to be relevant is because they're not back then. They're rapping as in where they are today. Even if you mention something from back then, it's in the reference point of something that ties into where they are today. So we can roll with it because it fits. It's like the old nigga at the club wearing all of the new shit and you got on everything, but you ain't wearing it right because that ain't actually your style. Nigga, put your fucking pea coat on, put your button up on, wear your hard bottom shoes, and go ahead and live that life. Stop trying to be out here with these kids. The kids don't want you, and now we don't want to hear that shit either.
Why your fat ass got them skinny jeans on? Now you look like Dr. Robotnik. Why?
And that mean you can wear 50, but you better not be wearing it looking like you 20 something because that don't match. It don't match where you at.
Get your fat
It
ass.
don't fit who you are as a person. Who you are as an actual everyday person is not matching the persona that you're trying to still portray.
And it gives off predator vibes. Just you dressing like a kid, hanging around kids. Kind of gives off predator vibes. Do you work for Subway?
You a Marcus Houston ass nigga. Let me go holler at the girl when she's 17 and wife her up when she's 18 and then get married to her and have babies with her.
Oh, damn, I forgot all about that shit. You weird as fuck.
Oh, no.
I blame Chris Stokes. I blame Chris Stokes.
Yeah. It's the Drea Michelle. I'm still trying to get these young niggas, but bitch, you are 40 years old. Up that won't you are that surprised. Men know your past is that fucked up that men won't deal with you. Like, and that's something you got to deal with in therapy. But don't be out here being depressed. Stop trying to relive your glory days, you old Al Bundy ass nigga. I remember when I threw 4 touchdowns for 4-5. Like, get your old ass out of here somewhere. Bitch, you sell shoes down. Do that. Talk about your wife Peg. I don't want to hear your glory days at Polk High and the 4 touchdown game. Nobody cares.
Married with children.
And that's why I stand on that. The beat for one, the beats need to go out here. Like, nobody cares about these beats. These are not like no longer the thing. Unless you are 20 years old and you making drill music and that's what your whole persona is about. But the average person listening to rap want to just hear some good music. Give me some good music. Give me a hit, nigga. I don't want you to drag. I don't want 50 Cent to drag up his old beat with Rick Ross. I don't want to see Lil Wayne go back and push a T. I don't want to see none of this shit that happened when I was still in college creeping up again there. Like, nigga, we did that. We fought back. What are you doing now? What do you have to say that's relevant to who you are and who we are now? Because your fan base has grown up and we don't care about that shit no more. Bitch, I got kids. I got a kid. I've literally retired already and started a new career, and you still talking about the shit you was doing when you was 20-something. Nigga, please. I'll be damned.
In other words, y'all niggas is boring. Find something else to do.
Indeed. Indeed. One thing I did want to talk about that made me feel nostalgic though. Before we get off of here, I don't know. Did you actually watch the Royal Rumble this year?
Yes.
Okay. So Royal Rumble 2024. Face, I don't know if you got to see this, but as 3 wrestling fans, like, this shit was dope to see. It was a good night of wrestling. And to be personally, it's the first wrestling event I've actually watched the entirety of in probably a good 18, 19 years. So I've seen like clips and stuff, highlights. So I've seen like blogs and podcasts and shows about it, but I haven't actually watched what's going on now in a long time, and it was good, man. The women's Royal Rumble was dope as fuck.
Jade Cargill.
Can we talk about Jade Cargill?
Yes, we can with them abs.
God, dear Jesus. And this may be why I'm biased to this show, but just can we protect Jade Cargill at all costs? That is one fine ass black woman.
Mm-hmm. Tall as shit.
I hate lashes, and I hate the big ass eye brushes and the wigs. But that woman, she can wear whatever. She can. That's
a wrestler, so it fits.
Ass black woman, man, sweet baby Jesus. God, so much, man. Her and Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just have this be the feud going
for 5'10"
each other for the next 20 years? Like, I'll watch that for the next 2-3 years. Like, that's like two strong ass women that look like they just, oh my God, like we had, you know, Sable and them growing up, but them old stick figure ass white girls, you know, when you look back,
look old in the face.
Yeah, you know, they was appealing because we was going through puberty when they was out,
and they had
like
breast implants. But they always look old in the face.
Yeah, we had some mid ass women growing up. The good wrestlers was always like ugly ass Fabulous Moolah and Sherry, Sensational Sherry, and Luna Vachon and shit. Like, you ain't had no cute. These women are fucking gorgeous, dude.
And then they became cute, but they couldn't wrestle.
Bruh. So I have a few things on the women's Royal Rumble. First of all, like, again, let's just highlight the fact that Jade Cargill came out looking.
Did you see your face?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Do you know who Jade Cargill is from AEW?
Nope.
Okay. When we get off this, please look up Jade Cargill.
You remember Nia Jax, the big Samoan girl?
Okay, she was in it too. She came to wreck some shop. She wrecked some shop. But Jade Cargill thrusted her big ass up on her shoulders like it won't shit.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill is Jade as in the precious stone, and then Cargill, I think it's Cargill. Man, that's a fine ass black woman. Oh my God.
And she dresses and she cosplays as Storm sometimes. Look, Storm.
That lady can cosplay as the lady that cut grass. That's a fine ass. Oh my God. I enjoyed watching her wrestle. Oh, Jesus, sweet baby Jesus. Pat, put that shit down.
Oh yeah, this the moment.
God almighty. And Bianca Belair is a gorgeous one. I'm trying not to go. I don't know if Jade Cargill is married, but I know Bianca Belair is married, so I'm trying not to.
Montez Ford. He actually dope though.
Yeah, I don't want to be, you know, disrespectful. It's like talking about Beyonce. I don't want to be all disrespectful to the man's wife and shit, but Bianca Belair is a fine ass woman too. Yes, damn. Last call. Damn. That's Jade Cargill. We ain't had that growing up. And she a black woman, but her, and that's Bianca Belair with her fine ass. But they like two of the top women wrestlers. They both are strong as fuck, but like look sexy. They both have that star appeal that can, like, you can see them being the women's champion and then feeling like it's legit. Like
the one in the red, Bianca Belair, she main evented a WrestleMania.
Correct.
She was like one of the first women to main event WrestleMania. I know she was like, I think she's the first black woman to main event WrestleMania.
We can really get rid of the whole women's division and just have Sasha Banks, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair just wrestle each other over and over again, and I'd be fine.
Sasha Banks' old tag team partner Naomi, she came back. She was like number one.
You ain't gonna see. When I say them women there, some badass women, boy. Like, they fine, and they can wrestle. Like, they're not like back in the day when they had the divas, where you had like women that were kind of aesthetically pleasing, but they couldn't wrestle for shit. Like the shit looked horrible. Like these are actually like they actually are legit good wrestlers. They perform well. Like, you believe what they doing. Like, the women's division is probably the strongest it's been in my lifetime as far as actually good wrestling and people you can get behind. There go Naomi too. But like Jade Cargill came in the rec shop. Nia Jax, shout out to her. She came in and looked like a fucking monster. She in that same family with Samu, Fatu, Rock,
The
and
Samoan family.
like, that Samoan lineage. That's all relatives. They all
Technically, Naomi is too because she married in, but
yeah,
one of the Usos.
like one of the female descendant of like all of them, Rikishi and Fatu and Samu, all of them, and Haku and Ming and all of them. So, but yeah, like it's a dope time, and the Women's Royal Rumble was dope. They had very like it was very great to me until they got to the ending. I really wish Bayley did not win. I don't really care about seeing Bayley face anybody. And it makes I'm not invested enough into her storyline or whatever, but she's not one of the better wrestlers to me. She doesn't have
one of the better characters.
She doesn't have star quality. Her character is dry as fuck to me. And like they could have let Asuka win it. They could have let Naomi win it. I mean, Jade win it. They could have let Bianca win it. They could have even let Nia Jax win it after the performance she put on in the Royal Rumble, because she was eliminating motherfuckers like she was the old school version of goddamn Undertaker. She was just get your ass out. Let me slam you. So like anybody could, but Bayley just was not a good representative to like go on and headline WrestleMania now. I'm done with it.
Boring.
Jax getting slammed out of the ring by Jade Cargill. But yeah, like I would say this about the whole Royal Rumble event. It was some good matches, but the endings were all disappointing for me. Like so after that match, I think they had the Jake Paul and Kevin Owens. I will say, is it Logan Paul or Jake Paul? Which Paul is
No, it was the Fatal 4-Way match next.
Okay, the Fatal 4-Way match. That was good wrestling. It was Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, and LA
Knight.
This new dude named LA Knight. I don't know a lot about LA Knight because I'm behind on the time, so I'm just learning about this guy.
He's a
wrestler.
He's good. He good, but he act like he's like one of the Attitude Era wrestlers. And
yeah, his character was real dry to me. It's just whatever I saw his presentation that night, it was not it. I could give a fuck about him. But the match in general in the Fatal 4-Way was good. The ending sucked. They should have let Randy Orton win this match. This nigga RKO'd everybody. What? Bow! Get your ass! Bow! Get your ass out of here! Bow! Get your ass out of here! And then it was a run-in at the end that ruined the whole match. One of the Samoan brothers that be hanging with Roman Reigns came in and
Solo Sikoa,
whoever he is, Fatu Junior Part 15.
The Usos' younger brother.
Yeah, I'm good. I could have done without him coming in. They should have let it just end with Randy Orton, RKO, and everybody, and had Roman Reigns finally like lose. Like Roman Reigns' storyline is getting old now. I know for a fact he's been the champion longer than anybody, I think, at this point, except for Bruno Sammartino. Only Bruno Sammartino had a longer reign with the belt.
And I think one other person and Hulk Hogan, but he's like 1,200 and some change.
No, he's second, but he's the only person in that four that have gone above whatever it is. But he's second now to Bruno Sammartino. He's held it longer than Hulk Hogan and longer than Bob Backlund did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but he's part of that foursome that have all held it over a certain like threshold. I can't remember what the exact number of days is, but all four of them have been champion past that point. But it's getting dry. The bloodline is broken up. Roman Reigns as a character is not exciting enough to keep going forward as the guy. Like, I'm good. CM Punk was in the Royal Rumble. We're gonna get to him when we talk about the men's Royal Rumble. He was there. CM Punk is back with WWE now. He had went to AEW for some years. I want to say this was his first Royal Rumble in 10 years or something like that. They were saying on commentary. Mm-hmm. It was the first time
he hasn't been back in like 10 years.
Yeah, he's been gone, and he did his MMA thing. He did AEW for like the past 5, 6, 7 years or whatever since they've been a company, but he's back in WWE now, so we're gonna get to him. He actually did really good in his showing being back. But yeah, that fatal 4-way match, it was the story of the night. Like the ending was just like the match itself was good. Like them niggas was going. You know, AJ Styles is one of the better performers, period. Randy Orton, we all know he can go. Roman Reigns is actually a decent wrestler, even though I don't like his character. And whoever this LA Knight, British Knight, whatever, the dude, you know, the light up shoe nigga, he was good too. But was the KO match after this with the Paul boy?
Mm-hmm.
So after this, it was the Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens match. I really enjoyed this match. I don't know whether it's Paul or Logan Paul. It's one of them Paul brothers.
Logan Paul.
I will say this. If them Paul boys, if them two white boys don't do shit else, them niggas get to a bag, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas be making some goddamn money. Like them niggas be everywhere doing some shit. Oh, well, this ain't gonna work out. We go over here and make some money. Like them niggas it was little. So I can't be mad at they hustle. And the Paul boy is actually a decent wrestler. Like
he is.
I had only seen that big moment last year when him and Ricochet did that big collision in air that went viral, where they like basically like flying the fuck out of each other out of the air or from across the ring. So that was dope, but like he actually can go. Like he's a decent wrestler. He actually has technical skills. He sells the shit.
I think I've seen every last one of his matches so far, because every time they match him up, he's always in some like pay-per-view match.
Right.
Or whatever. And he's just talking shit on the shows or whatever.
He's like Bad Bunny, man. Like I will say this is the best round of celebrity wrestlers that I've seen that's like coming in that's not in the wrestling industry, but they coming in and they actually are good wrestlers when they get it. So shout out to him. Him and Kevin Owens had a really good match. But the ending again, they had a very good ending going where, you know, the brass knuckles got brought in and they was, you know, like I guess the Paul boys, I guess his thing is he knocked niggas out. Or whatever, you know, he came from MMA. So his thing is he knocked niggas out. So he brought the brass knuckles in and he had his little homeboy from the entourage come in and distract the ref. So all of that was good.
He did that last. I just wanted to point out that he did that on the last event to get the USA championship from Rey Mysterio. His homeboy came out the blue, got the brass knuckles. He knocked out Rey Mysterio with the brass knuckles, and that's how he got the USA championship. And that's why Kevin Owens is pissed off about it. So
that makes it even better because that means that like it has some continuation of an ongoing storyline with him bringing it out. So I appreciated that, but the ending with Kevin Owens disqualified.
Trash, especially since we know for a fact they could win. So
let Kevin Owens win the match, or just let him be the one that ends up getting hit with the brass knuckles, and we're all sad, and we all continue to see the Paul boy as the heel, and you build up another match going into WrestleMania. But like to have it be matches in 2024 should not be ending in disqualification. It was overdone in the 90s. I don't need to see that be like, no, I want a conclusive ending to the match. Somebody wins. However you
think definitely a Triple H.
I'm good.
Oh, yep. What up, Greg?
I'm good on that. What up, G? Long time, my boy. Good to see you, bro. But yeah, I'm good on that. After that, what was the next match? Was that the men's Royal?
That was the men's Royal Rumble. And they started that bitch off pretty goddamn right, dog.
Okay. The men's Royal Rumble was dope. They had the Uso brothers who are twins and they beefing with each other. They had them be 1 and 2 to start the match off. So that was dope to continue their bloodline storyline and like kind of continue to set up their inevitable match that they're going to probably have at WrestleMania. I like that.
I want to say that the Usos is like my favorite tag team. Like they're one of my favorite tag teams. They just really fluid with all of their moves and stuff like that when they're a tag team. And they talk game is pretty good. Plus they're pretty goddamn funny. But Jey Uso, I don't know, he got this run right now and that shit.
Yeah, he was also one of the longest lasting members in the Royal Rumble this year. His brother.
Hell yeah.
got kicked out about maybe halfway through it, but Jay was almost there to the very end, damn near. Like he was one of the last, I want to say, last 10 wrestlers in the Royal Rumble, and he came in at number 1. So that was good to see.
Day one.
I think that after this Royal Rumble, you're gonna see a few things. I think Gunther is definitely set up for a big push. Like he needs to be wrestling against somebody main event wise, whether it's a fatal 4-way for a title at some point for the world title. Undisputed.
Did you see him last year?
Not. I ain't found out nothing about this Gunther guy. Like I'm telling you, I've not seen a full match of anything.
He pretty much did the same thing as Jey Uso. He started off in the beginning and all the way to the end, and Cody Rhodes beat him, and that's how Cody Rhodes got that one match. But but it wasn't one of those. Yeah, it wasn't one of those things where he was ducked off somewhere or he was laying down somewhere or something like that.
No, he was active, boy. He was
dominating throughout the whole Royal Rumble match last year. So
Pat can tell you more about Gunther than I can, but Gunther definitely needs a run. He deserves a push. Like he was definitely kicking ass in this Royal Rumble.
Longest reigning Intercontinental Champion right now.
Oh wow, dope! Somebody took out Honky Tonk Man. I love it. I really enjoyed the fact that they brought back CM Punk to be in the Rumble. I like that him and Cody were the last two.
Seth and him got a beef.
Was the only way you could do it. The men's Royal Rumble is probably the only match of the night that I actually agree with the ending. I think it fitting, it made sense, and it was a good ending. I think we also saw Damian Priest, who looks like he's gonna be set up to make a bigger run.
He's Mr. Well, he's Senior Money in the Bank right now.
He looks primed to get some shine on TV.
Plus, he had a WrestleMania. Well, that was against Bad Bunny, the reggaeton artist.
Bad Bunny's a good,
but it was a WrestleMania moment, and I mean, it was actually a decent match to be honest.
I've seen the highlights of Bad Bunny's though. Bad Bunny looked like he can go, and he got star power at the ass. Them Puerto Ricans was singing that motherfucking song word for word.
And it was in Puerto Rico.
He got one of the best entrances I've seen in the past 30 years. Like his entrance when he came out in his match, that was dope. Shout out to Bad Bunny, but in this match, Damian Priest definitely looks like he's going to be pushed. Like him and Gunther were two of the like standouts until CM Punk and Cody came in. As far as like people that was just like wrecking shop, they were lasting a long time. Jey Uso as well, but like they were eliminating people. They were active and they looked like you could see them being stars going forward after this match. But the highlight obviously was CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Both have come back within the past couple of years and made their return to WWE after long hiatuses being with AEW. Both were kind of done wrong by the company in their own different ways. And like, so coming back, they almost have like complete fan support because everybody's just happy to see them back. But I thought it was dope. So I know that Seth Rollins and CM Punk have a real life kind of beef. Like I remember in the on social media and like on the blogs and stuff when CM Punk first returned to WWE, Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins were both kind of like talking. Fuck this nigga, I don't like this nigga, I don't want this nigga back, he don't deserve to be back. So I know it's some real shit there. So I like the fact that they let Cody Rhodes win so that he can go ahead and pick Roman Reigns, because I think that's the trajectory that makes the most sense for him on his return, is to become the undisputed champion and to like go off against the biggest heel in the company right now. I also think since Cody doesn't have anything with Seth, I think it makes sense for him to have that selection. Like the undisputed champion is the championship. Like the world
kind of have a beef,
but the undisputed championship is kind of what's seen as like the belt. And I think with Cody Rhodes' popularity since he's been back, it makes the most sense for him as the face to go for that belt. So I think that was a really smart way. And I think if you're gonna beat Roman Reigns and stop his run, he would make the most sense to do it as far as from a fan perspective, watching like that would be that's gonna get you the biggest bang for your buck and give you a champion that can star power wise, talking wise, everything can carry that belt if you take it off Roman Reigns, right? I also like that because CM Punk lost, he gets to keep his feud with Seth Rollins going, and then you still have him at WrestleMania facing Seth Rollins. So you get both of the WrestleMania matches that going into Royal Rumble, everybody kind of wanted. We wanted to see Cody and Roman, and we wanted to see Seth and CM Punk. And now it gives us that direct line without Roman being able to duck Cody. And I don't see Seth ducking CM Punk anyway, because that rivalry is that type of a real beef type. But great match, man. Like dry spots here and there, but it was overall a good Royal Rumble.
I kind of have a different trajectory for you or whatever, because I saw Raw after the event, and Seth had came up and he saw that after the press release, Cody Rhodes said that he was that guy in the WWE. Seth feels that being that he has made the heavyweight championship a prestigious championship time and time again, that he's actually been making heavyweight matches, unlike Roman Reigns, that he's the guy. So there's that beef, and they actually confronted each other about it. So now Seth is like, hey, really, we need to see who is really the guy between us. So there's that angle. And then The Rock. Yeah. The Rock, I think The Rock has shown up again. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think he actually confronted, because it was Friday. So SmackDown already went on. So, yeah. And when The Rock came back, Jinder Mahal had interrupted or some shit. And then afterwards he said, you know how The Rock be just talking shit. Like, hey, I'm going out to eat, I need the universe to tell me where I'm going to eat. Am I going to eat at the bar? Am I going to eat at the patio? Or am I going to eat at the head of the table? So then that happened.
But I'm saying, you got how many pay-per-views is it between now and WrestleMania?
I think only Elimination Chamber. Right.
So you book that match at Elimination Chamber. You have Rock win on some fluke shit. Rock lose on some fluke shit, but but you do it in a way that doesn't diminish who The Rock is. Like you have it be a run-in or something like that, since you're already doing it anyway. So you still get that payoff for that match. You make the Elimination Chamber more prestigious, and you still have the match with Cody Rhodes getting to WrestleMania to fight Roman. You also could do at Elimination Chamber, you could have CM Punk do whatever, have Seth Rollins do whatever with him, finish their feud, and now going into the new year, you've built up. Now you got Cody Rhodes as the undisputed champion, Seth Rollins still remaining as whatever champion, and now you have them both still able to fight for who's the man, which gives you a longer term payoff. So I feel like if you're talking about who's the man, you can have Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins on their separate trajectories, all still coming back to like where they're almost on their separate trajectories trying to outdo each other. Like, well, my match at this pay-per-view is better than yours. So and you build it up to where now they're both champions, and then you can have a payoff for the next going into 2025 or going into the next season of pay-per-views after WrestleMania of these two now clashing, and it all makes sense, and you still get to close these other loops of The Rock and CM Punk and Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal and all these other people that's popping up. You can close those loops while still maintaining them kind of beefing. It can be kind of like when The Rock was doing his thing at the same time as Stone Cold, but we didn't pay it off for about a year before they actually had their match. Right, you had The Rock fighting with the Intercontinental people, and you had The Rock fighting with all these other people, and then you had Stone Cold. Then you had moments where they might have to team up because they both fighting against the corporation, and then you finally have their match, and you make a whole new year out of it because The Rock went with the corporation and Stone Cold lost the belt. So now you got them two battling, but you pay it off after a year, so you're able to make these other pay-per-views in the meantime, between time, actually feel like big pay-per-views because you have these other large storylines that's going on, while still maintaining the fact that when Seth Rollins is having his match, he's doing it trying to outdo whatever Cody did earlier in the night or whatever Cody's going to do later. And you have Cody doing the same thing where his match, he's trying to outdo what Seth Rollins did. So now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a way to do it and still close out these loops because I think that's the biggest thing right now too. WWE is, from what I can tell, from again, I'm kind of following along from the blogs and stuff a lot, but it seems like they have so many irons in the fire. They're almost doing too much, but there is a way to kind of make it cohesive to where you can still pay off with this larger storyline, which everybody's looking at, of Seth Rollins versus Cody, while still closing the loop on these other storylines. And then you can use those closed loops as springboards to these other big players like a CM Punk, like a Drew McIntyre, like a Damian Priest, like a group. You can have them springboard into other feuds that now come up and make these other belts also mean something too. It's a way to do it. It's a way to do it. Because it's getting chaotic again, like the Attitude Era, but I think it's a way that they can bring it.
True. But all in all, great Rumble.
Yeah, man, it was a great introduction for me back into wrestling. I had fell off of wrestling for a long time. You know, I would still follow along with the dirt sheets and all that stuff, just because I'm always been a fan. But a lot of these people I'm kind of getting introduced to for the first time, so it's cool. And even though I know that wrestling is scripted, it's like seeing it with my adult eyes makes it almost even better now because it's like I can appreciate the other aspects of it that I didn't as a kid when I just thought it was people fighting each other and they really didn't like each other. Like now it's like I appreciate the art of storytelling and you know what I'm saying?
Because even if it's scripted, if it's scripted and I still can't tell what's about to happen,
right,
then you good.
I got a Peacock account. I'll share the username and password with you, man, so you can start catching up on the wrestling too.
Yeah, because I peeped off my brother's account. I ain't gonna
No, I mean, hey man, look. Until they shut it down, man. Hey, I got a username and password. You can log in as me and go ahead and get your watch on.
I just went on the YouTube account, on our YouTube account, and added Wrestling Best. I'll be saying sometimes they have like majority of the, like if Raw comes on, they'll show like majority of the fights that night, and same thing with SmackDown or something, or whatever. It might not be all of it, but you'll get the gist of the actual show.
Hold on, what he said? Good to be back. Them Samoans about to get it on the WrestleMania. The brothers versus each other plus Roman. Yeah, the Usos is definitely gonna be at WrestleMania. I don't think The Rock and Roman gonna be at WrestleMania. If they do, then you're basically making the Royal Rumble not mean shit because why would Cody pick him? Like that's always been the tradition of whoever win the Royal Rumble, you pick your person that you're gonna face for the title and go. So I think it's a way that they're gonna find out to like make The Rock and Roman still be a thing, while still honoring the fact that Cody chose Roman as the champion he gonna face. So I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. I hope Triple H makes some sense of it, but I definitely see, in my mind, if I was booking it, I see a way that they can kind of close all them loops and still make all of those rivalries mean. But yeah, but Face, I'm gonna shoot you the information to log into Peacock so you can start checking out Raw and SmackDown and these pay-per-views and shit so you can keep up with it too. I got you. For sure. But yeah, man, that's all I personally have for this week. Good Royal Rumble. Megan, Nicki, then Zeno and Eminem need to stop rumbling. They too old for that shit. Krishan and Blueface need to be canceled. Yeah. If we're gonna be a house husband, we definitely wanna be ones that can still be productive. And we could cut off our kids if necessary, but hopefully we never have. That would be where I think we can conclude tonight.
big up to homie Chewy. I know you had to go.
Yeah, shout out to Chewy for joining us. I'm not sure what happened, but life be life, and then we all, got shit going on at the house. So I'm sure some shit went on with the kids or the wife, or the nigga could have just been old and went to sleep. That is something that's happened. If you know me, I fell asleep on there before. So it can happen. But shout out to him, man. It was really good catching up with the broski.
If y'all didn't see the first half, go back and hit the replay game. I swear you will be entertained.
Most definitely.
Indeed, man. Good night, man. Shout out to Just Greg for making his return like CM Punk and coming back out of the woodwork. We ain't seen him in a minute. I saw him in the comments the other day on one of it was one of our shorts or something, but I saw him in the comments there, so it's dope to see him back in the lives again too. Shout out to Last Call and Dr. Nicki for joining us the pretty much the entire show and holding us down as always. Two of our OG pod squatters, to our OG partners, and yeah, man, love y'all motherfuckers, man. It's been a dope night. I enjoyed these conversations tonight, and black businesses, Be Beautifully True boutique. They got women's clothing, men's clothing. They got SIBO, which is consistently elevating beyond obstacles clothing that you've seen me in before. It's probably the only other clothing brand that I would ever spend my time promoting outside of our own. They're at 12319 Veterans Memorial Highway in Douglasville, Georgia. If you ever get a chance to come to the Atlanta area, go ahead and make sure you check them out. Again, that's Be Beautifully True Boutique at 12319 Veterans Memorial Highway, Douglasville, Georgia. You can look them up on Facebook under Be Beautifully True. And yeah, man, support black business if you can. And always, the number one black business we would like for you to support, your boy, the Podnas. You can do that in several different ways. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you click that like, that subscribe button. Make sure you share the videos, share the podcast, comment. Any type of engagement helps us in the algorithm, and we've been really, you know what I'm saying, seeing some growth in that area, and it's because of y'all. So continue to, you know what I'm saying, make sure if you're new to the channel, subscribe. 98% of our views in the past 2 weeks, and this has probably been our most engagement we've gotten on our channel in the history of our channel. But it's a lot of it is coming from new people. So y'all new people, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We've definitely seen our subscribers grow in the past couple of weeks, but we want to continue to see that number shoot up. If you watching the podcast or watching any of the content, watch it again, share it, play it in the background on mute. You know what I mean? But like, help us get them watch hours up so we continue to grow in that way. And yeah, we also got merch. All night tonight, I've been in my partner's gear. You see the 3 faces on the front, baby. You already know. And if you want a hoodie, if you want a shirt, if you want whatever, face, how can they get our merch?
Go to the store, artreclothing.com, artreclothing.com, ARTRE clothing.com. Yeah.
With clothing, but oh, you see the AC83 as well. That's Face's personal brand that he's come out with. So if you want AC83 gear or the Podnas merch, it's only one place that you can actually go to get it, and that is, tell them again, Face.
artreclothing.com.
That's right. ARTRE clothing.com. We'll never spell clothing for you. If you're too dumb for that, then you probably, you know, don't need to be spending no money. God bless your heart. And yeah, another way you can support is supporting us on all social medias. Pat, how can they do that?
@THEPODNAS. That's @THEPODNAS, and that is your key to majority of our social medias: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And if you're on Facebook, tis Face Pat are the Podnas.
Indeed. And I've been super active on Twitter. Pat has been dropping hella shit on TikTok and IG. So please engage with those posts. Start a conversation in the comments. We actually do comment back. And especially on Twitter, I be on there talking reckless all the time. So pull up, have a conversation with me. You can talk about some shit you heard on the podcast. You can talk about one of the shorts or videos that we drop. Or you can just talk to me about whatever's going on Twitter that day, and I'll probably have a conversation for you. But yeah, make sure y'all supporting that way. Make sure y'all subscribe on everything. Make sure y'all follow and add us on everything. If you're a Twitch watcher, keep on watching on there. We're gonna keep on coming with the podcast every week. So please keep watching us there. And yeah, man, that's it. This has been the Partners, man. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all for taking your time to view. If you viewed live, always love. If you're hitting us up on replay, gang, thank you for the support. This full episode that you're watching right now will be out on Thursday on YouTube, and it'll be out on all platforms on Sunday evening at about 8 o'clock p.m. on Spotify, your Apple, all of the podcast platforms. So find a way to make sure if you didn't catch it tonight, you catch it. Hey, man, love y'all. As always, I've been 1/3 of the Partners. I'm your boy Tiz, and I've been along with.
It's the other third of the Partners. It's the Padawan here, and I'm along with.
It's your boy facing the place somewhere in the race. Thanks for coming. Could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. Keep on coming back.
Yeah, we love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us.
I love all my bitches. All of them.
Appreciate you.
Every last one of them. And my girl got thicker.
Have a great